Alright. Let's see. Let me know if you guys can hear me. As I mentioned in chat, this is the first time I'm streaming to YouTube, so we got a few things to figure out. I'm hoping really that it's working. Yes, yes, yes. Loud and clear. Awesome! Yay, huzzah! Huzzah! Let's get going. Okay, so for those of you who didn't know, I've been streaming pretty regularly on Twitch, just because Twitch is a lot better set up than YouTube, but since I've had a little more time, I was hoping to come stream with you guys too. So today we're going to be streaming for a short amount of time. I'm not going to be switching over, still going to be streaming on Twitch. Twitch is just really good stuff. And I'll be on Twitch every morning, 8 a.m. California time, so 8 a.m. PDT for about 2 hours, but we'll be streaming occasionally on YouTube too. Right. So today we are going to be checking out the Bounty Contract Week event, and this event is something that happens occasionally. It's not an everyday kind of thing, and you can only do the event while it's actually online. So if you're ever wondering what events are going on, here's the link to the events page that you can bookmark to check later. And if you want to try out the Bounty Hunter event and wanted a full guide about it, of course, we have that Bounty Week guide. And so this week's Bounty Week will be running from the 11th to the 18th. So you've got about a week to do the Bounty Contract event. And if you've never had a chance to try this event, it's quite fun and quite short, and you can do it, I think, as early as level 15 or 20. It's something you can jump into right away. So here's some of the things I want to test this time. I currently have full reputation for the Bounty Contract people. At least I think I do. Yeah, here we go, right at the top, legend. So I've basically gotten all the rewards that I need, but I know there's been some changes since the last time I played, which would have been a few months ago. And I also wanted to try it out on this character who isn't quite all the way level 75 yet. She's level 56. She's a bonus. She's a bounty hunter. And I was curious if this was a good way to level up as well. How old are you? I'm a full adult. I'm a lot older than I sound. Oh, we are totally going the right way. So if you wanted to check out this event and you haven't had a chance to try it yet, like I said, you can try it out very early. Yeah, reputation. Darnak said in chat that you have most of the reputations finished up. It's because it's something I really enjoy doing in my downtime. I tend to play a lot of the dailies when I'm sick and I'm in bed. I'll just play them for like 8 hours. Can't do much else. And when I want to relax, I do them too. Like I really like the Osis dailies and the Onderon dailies. The Iocath dailies are one of the ones I haven't finished yet. So to try out the Bounty Hunter event, you look for this little floating carbonite. And so like I said, right now it's running the 11th until the 18th. Sutter Gamer says you can start at level 15. I'm going to be playing just alone today, because I'm an independent person who likes to go as slow as I want to. I am on Starforge. Yeah, we're trying out something a little different, Saya, seeing how YouTube's working out.
Didn't hear? Love to know how you avoided the onslaught of hollow adverts. Lucky.
So I'm going to let you actually watch this cutscene on your own whenever you get there, because I'm looking to mostly just run the dailies, and I've seen this cutscene on many a character before. So
here's where it gets interesting.
One of the big changes that I'm checking out is that the last time I tried to try the bounty event had broken really hardcore. And it had broken so hard that midway through the event, they deleted this terminal from the server so that people couldn't break their accounts any more than they already were. The other big thing is that the bounty reward currency that you earn from doing the bounty event, then you spend on bounty related rewards. It has become bound to legacy. It used to be like an item you could actually buy and sell on the GTN. But now it's legacy bound, so it'll be in your currency tab, and I've got about 70 right now. And if you happen to have bounty contracts that are stuck in your inventory, this has been a bug that kind of cropped up from that, all you have to do is head over to a mailbox and mail them to your character. And mail them to a second character on your account, and as soon as you pick them up on that second character, they will be available for all of the characters on your account in your legacy bank, which is real nice. Yeah, we're just gonna keep streaming on Twitch in the mornings. I just wanted to do the occasional YouTube stream because I know a lot of you maybe don't even check out Twitch at all. Diego says, I'm new to the game. Your tutorials are helping me a lot. Awesome. Ooh, Darnak is working on Susie 198. Yes, that's another fun good way to make credits as well as work on your reputation. See, we have a guest. Renondex is following me around. Why don't they add carpets on the fleet? Yes, I have a lot of cartel coins. That's from the referral code. I've been trying to do good things with them and do giveaways. I'm sure you guys jumped into the Volptilla giveaway a bit ago, but need to figure out a better way to do that. I actually got like at least 20% of the Volptillas that I sent out got returned to my mailbox from people not picking them up and them getting returned to sender. What are those boxes at the top of your inventory? Great question. These are inheritance kits. They're a very strange old item. And the idea was that back in the day, legacy-bound items were very, very rare when the game first came out, and it was one of the few ways to get a legacy item. The only downside is that that legacy item was not moddable, and it would only be good for that like low level 14 character. I had these lying around in my inventory. I think you can still buy them with the one of the spaceship currencies, but they're kind of hard to come across these days. They used to also drop from enemies. Is a bounty quest just once per day? Yeah, that's one of the things that I wanted to verify and make sure I'm doing right. And welcome back to all of you who are returning to the game or who are new to the game too. Are you legendary status? No, I'm actually not there yet. This is my bounty hunter, and she's the last character that I have to reach legendary status to finish all the different stories. Holy cow! Thank you very much, Merp. Thanks very much. I'm glad you've been having fun. And I'm really happy that the videos were able to help you get more into the game. And thank you guys so much for the nice comments too in chat. Kurizoa has a question. Artifice crystal schematics, are some of them still obtainable, such as black / another color? Oh, yeah, sort of. So I don't think you can get the schematics anymore, because the way you would get them before, if I remember right, I wasn't super into crafting back when this was available, was you would get them from like an operation or something like that, and then you could reverse engineer them so you could craft them for other people, but I don't think that's actually available anymore. So I'm not sure if you can get the schematics anymore. If anyone knows to share that, I would love to hear that in chat if there's a way to do it anymore. Storm Gaming says, "Hey, Swtorista, how are you? Doing good. Checking out the YouTube. You guys are really chatty. I'm sorry if I'm not able to keep up well with chat. How many Kingpin tokens do you have? That's a great question. Oh, they wouldn't show up on this character. I bought 1,000 and then I spent most of them, but then I probably got another pile from doing the Emperor's tokens, right? I mostly did the bounty event to research it for the guys, and then I kind of stopped. Out of all the DLC, which one is best in your opinion? Ooh, I think the best one is probably the first one. Makeb, I like that one a lot. I like how long it felt and how much content was released with it, and there's the whole macro binocular stuff on the side too. But I think the one that added the most to the game was the Knights of the Fallen Empire, because it added a huge amount of techniques for the storytellers to use when it comes to like the camera and the graphics and the movement of the cutscenes that are really, really beautiful, and I love being able to watch, and they're continuing to take advantage of that throughout every expansion story after that. Please get a face cam. I'll probably keep streaming without the face cam. I mostly just want to talk about gaming. Do PvP a lot? No, I don't actually PvP that often. I do it occasionally. Like I was checking out the changes in the most recent patch to PvP, but it's not something I do a ton. I do really like it too. Hey, Swtor Central, someone else who knows how to YouTube stream. Hi. How do you earn the legendary title? Yeah, that one's from doing all the class story. Sorry, this turned into an impromptu Q&A. This is what's gonna happen since it's the first time on YouTube, sorry. Legendary status is what happens when you have played all the class stories. So the Trooper, the Jedi, Bounty Hunter, all 8 of them. And it's quite a task. It'll take you quite a while. I think even if you spacebarred through everything, it would probably take you... What's 8 times 8? So the fastest I've heard someone go through the class story is about 8 hours. To do all of them, going as fast as humanly possible would take like 64 hours. Like a really long time. And most of us don't actually want to spacebar through it. So this is my last character. And you get a nice little title, and you get a little flare you can put beside your character name so everyone can see your legendary, and it shows up when you're on the login stream. Can you still craft the Dread Rifle Sniper Rifle? Ooh, good question. I don't know. The best way to find out would be check the GTN over time, and if they show up there, then somebody's able to craft them. Whether you can still get the schematic is a whole different story. Do you have a favorite companion? I really like Nadia, because I really like seeing how she grows over time, especially with her returning in the expansion. Grows from like a young, unsure woman into someone who's like a full adult taking charge of the situation. I really like seeing that. I like Lana, just because she's cool. She's not quite as crazy as the other Sith, and she doesn't put up with nonsense from nobody. I like the Act Dog because he's cute. I like Eric Jorgen because he's my favorite trooper companion. I don't necessarily have a favorite, I just have a lot of favorites depending on the character I'm playing. Oh my gosh, so much chat, sorry. Hugo says, your videos helped a lot in the game, thanks. Shockingly, we can put this user in the timeout who wants to spam. Noah says, I miss Swtor, haven't played in a long time. Yeah, a lot of players played like when it launched or played during the first and second expansion, haven't checked it out in a while. Just in case you didn't know, it is free to play, so you don't even have to commit to subscribing if you just want to go visit your characters for a day or two. The only thing you have to commit to is the install of the game, which can take a while, so maybe let it go overnight so you're not waiting forever for it. Oh, hey Cease. Hi Dion. And hey everybody coming in. Hey everyone saying hi. Nature said, thanks for such an informative channel and website. Your tutorials and tips are very helpful. Thank you. Cheers. Can you change the right click controls? Ah, that is, the keybinds and other buttons in the game are quite customizable. That one, as far as I know, is not. I believe one of the issues is because the way it interacts, right click interacts with these. I'm guessing you would want to macro it to another clickable thing, like another clickable button, because obviously this is not going to work with the like if I press my T button I can't click the terminal, but you might be able to do it with like an outside program, like a macro program, as long as it's macroing one click to one click and not like queuing up a bunch of stuff. You're totally fine, but there's nothing built in game to do that, unfortunately. You received your YouTube subscriber plaque yet? No, I'm so sad. I assumed once you reached 100,000 subscribers they would just like send it to you, but they have to send you, you can't even like mail them and be like, hey, give it to me. They have to send you a key and then you use the key to apply, but they never gave me the key. So I kind of was like, oh, okay. And then even then if you do that, they might not accept it. Yeah. Hey Octac, you and your wife have been using tutorials since you came back for the Steam release. Oh, welcome back to both of you. Yeah, I've seen a lot of players asking, did the Steam release bring back a lot of players? And the answer is absolutely yes, because so many players are new to the game, maybe they never tried it yet, or lots of returning players who haven't had a chance to check out the game in a long time and we're like, oh, I haven't played in 3 years or 5 years or 6 years. Yeah, I thought everyone got the plaque automatically. But apparently they can even deny you for it if they're not happy with your content. Maybe I'll apply for it in a little bit. I don't know. I really wanted one though. I was so happy. Sneaky Deveronian companion in the background here. Can you be a Grey Jedi in SWTOR? So yes and no. So when you go to create your character, you can choose them to be either a Jedi or a Sith. Pretty hard line. There's no like gray character option. Once you become a Jedi, say you choose to join the Republic side, be mostly a good guy, you can choose your options as you play. Like you'll get into a conversation, maybe you'll have a choice to save someone or kill someone. One's going to be quite light side, one's going to be quite dark side, and then sometimes there's a more neutral middle line option. There's no gray option, but if you want, you can play your Jedi making choices that you think a Grey Jedi would make. Like sometimes they'll make light side decisions, sometimes they'll make dark side decisions, sometimes when it's possible do the neutral thing. There is no special gray abilities or gray rewards, so but like I said, it's really nice in terms of like role play and choosing how you want your Jedi to act. You can very much do that, and that goes for Imperial side too. You can choose more light side options there too. Does SWTOR sponsor you? Sadly, no. They do not give me any sweet dollary dues. They are nice and support me in that they sometimes give me free codes to give away, which I usually give away on my Twitter with contests. And they keep a line of communication open, which is really nice. Like I'll if I send them an email, they'll usually respond to me if it's not an unreasonable request. So that was really cool. I don't know if you guys saw, but some of you may have noticed, depending on your account status, that they featured me on the launcher. That was super cool. BBG says, hello, I'm a new player. How is it with the Bounty Hunter event? Oh, with the Bounty Hunter. Oh, Bounty Hunter I'm really enjoying. I just finished Chapter 2 and I'm starting Chapter 3 up. I like it a lot. How do you hide your UI? Oh, like this. Oh, that was not the right button. I'm using Alt-Z. Well, right now I'm trying to crash my game, sorry. Pressed the wrong button. Alt-Z presses hide and unhide. Hi, what keeps you playing SWTOR for so long? What keeps you returning going? What I really like is how varied the game is. I tend to swap around the different activities fairly. We have like a robot Sith in the background with his Ashara all dressed fancy. I really like that there's so many different aspects to the game that you can check out. For example, at the beginning of the year, I was super hardcore into checking out crafting. After all the crafting changes, I wanted to know everything about how endgame crafting worked and craft some stuff for myself. A while ago I was into stronghold decorating. Like I said, I'm working on legendary status, so I'm doing my bounty hunter for the last class story last week or so. I've been into learning how to play different classes that I've never tried before and their combat roles, and I've super been into Galactic Starfighter the last month or so. Just I tend to hop around a lot, and that's what keeps me going. I'm not like sitting there grinding out the same thing every day, and there's so much in this game. It's going to keep you busy for a long time if you're actually willing to try out the different parts. Do you play SWTOR for Star Wars or for MMO? A little bit of both. I haven't really found any other MMOs that super capture my attention. I really like Guild Wars 2 and the way it plays, but I like the universe of SWTOR a lot more. Like specifically the Old Republic, not just Star Wars. I'm not sure I'd be as interested in like a modern day Star Wars with Darth Vader or Rey in it type of MMO. I'd try it. I don't know if I'd like it or not. Yeah, welcome everybody coming back for the Steam release. Smoses is saying, I play it for Star Wars. Yeah, if you want to come back and play SWTOR, like I said, it is free, so you don't have to like worry about committing to subscribing. It's super not a problem. Just have to actually download it, which can be a bit of a pain. I think it's easier to actually download it through Steam if you already have that. What is MMO? MMO is Massive multiplayer online. It just means a really big game that you can play with other people. So that, like World of Warcraft would be another one similar to what we're playing right now. Just watching while studying, don't mind me. Yeah, I love lurking in the background of other people's streams while I'm working. Would you enjoy SWTOR film trilogy? Ooh, I think I'm like most people, I'm in two minds of it. I would love to see Revan on the big screen. I would love to see the other people being able to enjoy the old Republic era, because that's really the part of Star Wars that I like the most, but I'd be worried about whether the story and the portrayal would be something that I like. I have no idea how it would actually turn out. How do I get my SWTOR working? It never actually loads up. That's a question far beyond my pay grade, which is $0. But if you're looking for some technical help, somewhere I really like to post is the SWTOR Reddit. If you Google SWTOR Reddit, you can post there and post as many details as you can, and someone might be able to point you in the right direction. It's really hard to do tech support live for SWTOR. It's just a real cranky game sometimes. Do I need to know crafting at some point? No. Crafting is super supplementary. You can craft both level 75 endgame stuff, but the good news is at level 75 you'll naturally gain gear as well, so you don't really need to craft if you don't want to. And you can also craft a lot of cosmetic stuff, like some cool looking armor, decorations, dyes, color crystals, but if you never touch crafting in the entire time you're playing, you won't be hurting any, I would say. She is vibing. I love this salsa dance. It's probably my favorite dance in the entire game. Whoever did the rigging, or whatever it would be called, the animating for this one, they did a great job. The person who's dancing looks like they're enjoying it every time. What class did you enjoy the most in terms of story and combat? Ooh, so combat, my favorite class is the Vanguard tank. On the Republic side as a trooper. That's my bread and butter, the one I like the most. Story though, story for me switches around all the time. My favorite tends to be the Imperial Agent for its intrigue. And the Operative is really fun to play too. I like my little stealthy guy. And then my other favorite is the Sith Inquisitor for all the Force related stuff. Cheers, EJ. Yeah, I really like... a history coach says, I love the crafting part of SWTOR. It keeps me out of credits. It's true. Crafting can be quite pricey when you get into endgame stuff. Trooper represent! What instance are you? If you wanna come be in the background, I am on instance 2 of Starforge. I'm gonna be just a second, I'll be right back. And yeah, chat is a little too fast that I can follow. I'll try and answer as much as I can. If not, when it slows down, we'll copy paste your questions and do them again. Just a sec. I'm sorry, I'm cracking up. I'm so used to streaming in the morning and nobody's awake yet. And no one's online yet. Hey everybody coming in. We're not doing quite the bounty event yet. We're doing impromptu Q&A. Hi Constantine. I'm glad you're able to find a translation of the guides. Perfect. Google Translate. Yes, do it. Absolutely. What server are you on? I am on Starforge. I only play here. Do you have a tip to farm the tech fragments? Credits are easy, but I struggle to get my characters with the high-end sets. So I haven't done any research on it yet, but I do believe Red Reaper, just like it's very good for credits, is also very good for tech fragments because you get, I think, somewhere between 20 to 30 tech fragments per boss. And then you also get you can do like 6 runs an hour once you're fast on a stealth character, and you've also got the Master Mode Weekly, which gives you, I think, a box of 300 on top of any tech fragments you're going to get from Conquest. I think that's right. If anyone knows anything else, let Theron, the Theron, know in chat. What do you think about War Commando armor? I'm not sure which set that is, but I'm super fan of the Trooper armors in general. They're probably some of my favorite sets in the game. Connor is playing as a Vanguard tank and loving the story! The Trooper story, it doesn't rate high on my favorites list, but I love the beginning and I love the end. And like I said, Vanguard tank is my favorite. Oh, hey Red! Hey, nice to see you over here. Do they still do character transfers to different servers? If so, how much does it cost these days? So, if you've subscribed to the game before, like you played at launch, or you ever subscribed in the past, if you use a referral code, mine, or I suggest to use a friend's if you have someone who has one, you do get 1 free referral code. I think it costs something like 1,000 to character transfer. You can see it from logging into Swtor.com. You can't actually see it in game. I want to say it was like 900 or 1,000, something close to that. Cheers, Flabber. I am on Instance 2 with Tauntauns in the background and a giant war machine stomping around Mandalorian in front of me. Hey, Brad. Thank you. Thank you for your... Am I gonna have to climb up high? Here, I'm gonna do this so we can get the whole picture in. Yeah, Akoro says, I saw you were being featured in the login screen. That was very cool. I was very surprised. I was doing some streams on Twitch, basically welcoming new players and saying, hey, if you just joined today on Steam, come ask some questions and I'll help you out. And one of the community members of the Swtor developer team messaged me and say, hey, you want to be featured on the launcher? And I was like, yes! Yes, I do. Nah, Raz is saying, I feel like I'm cheating. I'm watching your stream while in queue in Final Fantasy XIV. I actually do that too. Whenever I'm doing like whatever, I like listening or watching to other people's streams. I pretty much never playing Swtor when I'm actually watching them. Remember to stay hydrated. Oh, you rock. Thank you. You know how to take care of a streamer. How's your day been? My family, we actually did something really fun. We went and took some family photos secretly to give to our parents-in-law. So that was really nice. So we went out in nature and climbed on rocks and stuff to get some good shots. Bage says, I remember your voice on Swtor Academy 4 years ago. So different. Yeah, I've kind of come into my own a little more. It's nice. I like it much better. Ooh, ALD says, my Swtor game won't stop downloading, so I cannot play any of my level 75 characters. Help, how do I fix it? Are you talking about the quick play issue? Like it's saying, you can't play until you've downloaded the rest of the game or something like that? Or just normal, it's not downloading? Because if it's the quick play issue, I'm gonna link you something in chat. If it's general, just won't download, try restarting it, and that's about all you can do, I think. Do you mind fans approaching you in-game? I don't really mind this at all. Y'all just living your own best life in the background here on your Tauntauns and your Basilisk and your red lightsabers. As long as you're not interrupting whatever I'm trying to actually do, I don't really mind. But usually I don't want to... Oh, thank you so much, Chivas Blinker. I don't really want to play with people most of the time. I like to like chill out and kind of go at my own pace without having to worry about going too fast or trying to keep up with someone else kind of thing. And I usually can't reply to anybody in game. Usually when I'm in game, I'm actually recording something, so I don't even see chat a majority of the time. Oh, I like our Lara Croft Tome Reader here on the side. That character looks pretty good. Pretty accurate there. It's like the worst family photo ever. You guys, my family did way better. I'm sorry. We also wore matching clothes. What is that huge mount beside you? That's actually a really cool one. It's called the Basilisk War Droid. Like B-A-S Basilisk. It's based on Mandalorian lore, and it's quite large, and the idea was that they would basically fall from the skies in these suckers to go and attack wherever they were attacking. It's a very big part of Mando lore, especially Old Republic Mando lore. Where are you at right now? I am on the Imperial Fleet. I'm in the southern elevator in the Cartel Bazaar area. This is where the bounty contract event is if I ever get there. Sorry. Peggle says something interesting. The favorite thing I have in common with you is Dale made both of us some lightsabers. His work is outstanding. I don't think I've ever had anyone make me a lightsaber. By any chance, is Dale the one who made... I am very bad with names. Did they make a lightsaber I maybe had a photo of at Star Wars Celebration? Like it was a beautiful silver Satil Shan's one?
Smooth.
Because that belongs to a friend, but it was beautiful and I was really happy to be able to hold it. Soren says your video on classes was super useful. Oh, good, I'm glad. I'm actually digging more into the classes recently. I've been trying to... pew pew! I've been trying to... We're so messy right here, I gotta move. I need to see my character Salsa, very important. Y'all can be up in the background there. I'm trying to play every class. It's a lot of work. There's 24 of them basically to try out. But I really wanted to try them out so I can tell people a little more about them when they ask. Milestone says, I think I would have had carpal tunnel if I kept playing SWTOR for the last 5 years. Carpal tunnel and tunnel vision syndrome too. Yeah, so I'm on the Starforge server, and the Starforge server seems to be the most populated one, but if you're on Satil Shan, I wouldn't worry too much about transferring. It does seem to be decently populated too. I also have a theory that when new players start, they're kind of funneled to the less populated servers, so it'll never get quite so bad imbalanced as it was before. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but if you're a new character, like brand new, it won't even ask you what server you want to join. Like, you can choose a server, you can go backwards and pick one if you know about it, but it won't prompt you to pick one. Oh, Crag, you played Saboteur. Nice. I'm trying out the Saboteur on Twitch in the mornings to try that out. Ooh, Angry Alien says, I got 5 more levels until 75 on my Mar, but I've been loving Sork lately. It's hard to choose what you want to do when there's so many options in the game. I've kind of been doing that too. I wanted to try the Saboteur option, but I really wanted to do the Bounty Hunter storyline. I've been back and forth between them. Apparently, yeah, I saw there was a queue going on yesterday. I don't know if that was a real queue, because sometimes that triggers when the game's having an issue. But I think it might have been a real queue, because I didn't hear about any technical issues. Face reveal. There's definitely photos of me online from Star Wars Celebration. And there's some videos on my channel, for that matter, from Star Wars Celebration. You wear the Risha pirate outfit. Oh, Rishi pirate outfit. The Risha. Risha is kind of a pirate. No, I don't have any pirate characters yet. It's a really fun one though. Abby says, do you make videos full time? No, I'm in marketing in real life, web design, stuff like that. Recently I've had a lot more time since quarantine started because I no longer had to commute. And then very recently, like last month or so, I've had a lot more free time, which is why there's been a few more videos than recently. Which class are you currently playing? So my main class is Vanguard Tank. Lately I've been playing a lot on this Bounty Hunter to try her out. And I just learned Concealment Operative too. I've been bouncing a ton lately to try out different things. Ooh, sorry. Yeah, I noticed a lot of players from the EU are actually trying out the North American servers, and although the ping can be up to like 150, most of them have been reporting that it's not too horrible of an issue. Like, it's not really a big problem. Yay, web design nerd alert. Yes. Juan Antonio Alberon Olivas. I don't think there's going to be an expansion in December, so if you wanted to wait to subscribe, you're probably going to be waiting all the way till like the end of 2021. We don't really have any news, but we do know there's probably not an expansion this year. A lot of stuff had to get pushed back due to quarantine. So if you want to subscribe, you might as well do it now or push it off all the way to 2022. Or 2021, sorry. Whatever next year is. I've given up on 2020. Steven says, Swtorista taught me how to Vanguard tank. No, web design's not even that nerdy. The web developer stuff trends more towards that I do too, though. What's your favorite class? I love my Vanguard tank. That's my favorite for sure. Thank you and welcome to the game, Ryan Slack. Have you played since launch? Yeah, pretty much. I took a break for a few months, but that's about it. I played since the launch before the beta. Or the beta before, right before the launch. Can you do a noob tutorial for flashpoints? I actually have a video about group finder flashpoints, and that will teach you a lot. Swtorista flashpoints. But I don't have like a how-to for every flashpoint, just because I don't know how much they're actually needed, because I'd rather you just go play them. So there's the link in chat for the group finder flashpoints guide, and that'll get you started in doing flashpoints with other people especially. Hi Swtorista, you're the reason I play the game. Love the stream. Cheers. How long is the game's main story? Been playing for a while, but just focusing on the mainline story. Oh my gosh, it is very long. So you have your whole class story. Basically, you're going from Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Chapter 3 of like your Trooper or your Jedi Consular, whatever you're playing. And then there's 5 expansions worth of main story after that. And it's a while. Like, it's not short. But the good news is you can do that at your own pace. There's no real rush to get there. Are there any companions you can get that were temporary through the cartel market? I think I'm gonna have to turn down my noises just a second here. No more of that. So there's none that were temporary through the cartel market. There was some you could get through subscriber rewards, but that's not quite what you're asking. Those ones that are on the cartel market are pretty much always going to be available on the GTN. You just have to watch for them over time. Mauricio says, hello, love your channel. I came back after lots of years, and the one thing I noticed is that solo play versus CPU is way easier than before. Oh, yes, I see what you're saying. And when you're playing alone, playing against the computer is a lot easier, yes, especially while leveling. They basically kind of dumbed down the solo play of the game so that more players could enjoy it and try the story and play even if they're not very good at computer games. The nice part is, especially when you reach the Knights of the Fallen Empire expansion, there's a difficulty modes for those of us who like harder content. And a lot of the group content is nice and hard. Slice and Dice says, so I have a question. With the influx of new players, there are bound to be some that don't really like to communicate and listen. How would one deal when you get matched with that one in Flashpoints? I would like to say that that existed long before all the new players from Steam. Of course, it's gonna be a continuous thing that happens for the rest of forever. All you can do is choose what you want to do. You cannot control what they do. So you can choose if you want to try and run it with them, see what they can do, whether they listen or not. If they're continuously making issues, but they don't want to talk about it. And so those of you who are new, don't worry if you're making mistakes. The most important thing is to talk about them in chat, because other reasonable players will be like, oh, okay, this person wants to learn. That's fine. Of course, there's still going to be rude people, but you can't control them being rude. But yeah, so you can just choose to leave if that's what you want. If someone really doesn't want to run the Flashpoint as a group, you don't have to do it with them. Don't be afraid to leave if they don't want to talk. And that video, I'll link it again, talks about that too, and how you can try and get together groups that actually want to work together too. Are you good at PvP? Am I good at dueling? Like, if I had to fight a person, I would probably lose. Am I good at PvP? Like the matches? Yes, because I understand how the objectives work, and when I'm working with a group, I try and communicate with them, and I do my best to defend and watch the objectives. Just because I've been playing a long time, I mostly know how they work, so it helps a lot in arenas. So I'm a hindrance to my team. Sorry, guys. While going through the story, how much would I miss out on by using a non-story companion? Oh, so when I do the story, the class story, I always bring a companion, like a real companion, because I really like seeing what they have to say. But if your goal is just to see the class story and you don't care about what that companion has to say, I don't think you would miss out on too much. But I think it's a really case-by-case kind of basis. Oh, hey, Dwarf and Halfking. Nice to see you here, too. Do you notice any big player difference due to the Steam release? Yes, so especially when it had just come out on Steam, I went to go check out Korriban, and there was 13 instances, and each instance was full, like they were all red, and each instance had over 100 people in them. So there was like over 1,000 people just on Korriban alone that one minute I was checking it on that one day on that one server. So it was like, whoa! We're definitely seeing those players. They're starting to disperse a little more. Like I saw a bunch of them on Terrace, stuff like that. And we're seeing a lot of new players looking for guilds, seeing a lot of people on my channel looking at videos like that. I can see the little graph go up, stuff like that. As for numbers, we know that there's 30,000 people playing through Steam, basically. Whether they're new players, returning players, or players who switched over from the current SWTOR client, we don't know, but that seems like it'd be mostly new and returning players. Hey SWTOR, I'm having trouble soloing flashpoints like Traitor Among the Chiss. Yeah, let me get you some info. So, difficult. So I'm gonna link something in chat called Difficult Fight Tips. I hope some of these can point you in the right direction. I don't have any tips for that specific flashpoint. You can also like look up a guide, although it's since it's older, Dolphy will probably have a good guide on it. To give you any tips about the specific fights, and then the video I just linked will give you some advice about how to basically buff up your character and how to get better. What server do you play on? I am on Starforge. Hey Swtorista, you're the best. What's your favorite event/events and why? Ooh. I don't know if I have a favorite event. Basically, I enjoyed any of the events when they first came out and everyone was doing them at the same time and trying to figure out how they worked. Like the Gree event when it first came out was super fun. How long have you been playing this game? Pretty much since the launch, so like 9 years now. Yeah, I don't really want to stream with a face cam. I mostly just want to talk about gaming. I'm new to the game as well as MMO mechanics, really, so sorry if you get me on your flashpoint. Basically, I'm happy to get someone on my flashpoint when I'm grouping up as long as they're willing to talk to me in chat and not just forge ahead. Like if you make a mistake and I point it out, like please just listen and say, oh, okay, or my bad, whatever. And especially nice if you let me know you're new to start with. Do you have the Dreadmaster mask? I have the first one. I don't have the Uber Dreadmaster mask. We never got that big group together in my guild when we were doing it. Do you have a guide for every character class that best utilizes their abilities? No, I do not. I've made 3 so far and they nearly killed me. They were some of the hardest guides I've ever made in my entire life. I think the first one alone took like 80 hours. It was ridiculous. I'm working on a simplified version for every class. I don't know how long. Just fill up my screen, why don't you? I'm gonna have to go climb on something again. Dancing on my own. But if you go to Swtorista.com/2020, I've made a list of class guides for every other class, written by other people that will teach you how to do the best for each class. Yeah, there were so many instances on Korriban that day. Do you go on Swtorista? No, I just play on Starforge. I have characters there, but it's only to like deliver prizes for contests. Noah says, I'm gonna end up joining you guys around Christmas. Ah, have fun when you get to play then. How do you farm the Dread Seed? Oh, have I farmed the Dread Seed? Like, what are- I remember doing a quest for it. What quest is related to that? Isn't it like the HK quest? I haven't looked for the GSI Dread Seed set though. I don't want to go dig for stuff. Juan Antonio Alberon Olivas said, I'm sorry I'm butchering your name. If I subscribe, I have my 24 spaces of my characters, and then I become preferred. How do I use the other 12 characters? So the way it works is that as soon as you unsubscribe, all your characters will be unactive, and then you'll pick the 12 that you want to play. You don't have to pick them all right away. And then the ones that you don't pick, once you run out of those 12 slots, they'll just kind of sit there, and you can't access them until the next time you sub. Canadian Moose! Hi! Hello, fellow Canadian! Any tips for the Jedi Guardian builds? Maybe a video. Yeah, that's something we're very slowly working on. Hit things with your lightsaber for now. But in general, if you're trying to learn your class, there's not really any leveling guides out there, which kind of sucks. Something we're trying to work on very slowly. But go through and hover your mouse over all your abilities, put them all on your bars, and read what they say. It's quite time consuming, but that's what's going to help you the most. Dwarf and a Half Cave says there's actually a lot of new blood, lots of newbies running around trying flashpoints. So if you're looking to run with other newbies, now is probably a good time. Thank you, Anthony. I'm glad you guys have been enjoying the videos. Trying to keep up with chat, struggling. Are you streaming through Steam? Your live video is lagging and I got 5 bars unlimited data. I'm actually watching the live stream too, and I'm not getting any lag, which is interesting as far as I can tell. I am playing through Steam though, but I haven't really been experiencing any extra lag through it, like I barely noticed. I almost forgot that I'm using Steam. What server are you on? I'm on Starforge. Is there any guilds you would recommend? Yes! For those of you who've been asking or mentioning guilds, I have an awesome tool for you. So we built this about 2 years ago to help people find guilds that they line up with. So basically you can go on this site. It's swtorfancommunity.com/guilds. I've linked it in chat. And you can search by your server, by what types of things you're looking to do, by your time zone, stuff like that. So please go enjoy. Do you have an admin logo above your head? Like in? I don't know. I've got, I see there's a bar logo over here, and someone put up a disco ball behind us. It was a good choice, I think. That's a good party right here. What is your advice for key bindings in general for operative class? So I am a dirty clicker. I click a majority of my abilities and I keybound the ones that I find important. In general for key bindings, I say please keybind your interrupt. If you're gonna only keybind one key because you're scared of it, keybind your interrupt, and that will help you so much in group content and being like a valuable member. And then for the operative, the things that I like to personally keybind are my stealth. I like keybind it to Q, like, you know, Q for quelf, stealth. And like keybinding your roll. I think it's called exfiltrate. That one's really fun too, and you can get around real fast. A coin? No, I don't really. No, I don't have a coin over my head. Are you asking like am I an admin of the game? Because the answer is definitely no. Nicaro says, I love your website. I'm glad. I've been working, Nicaro, on upgrading the website slowly over time. I love the outfit guides myself too. Hey, welcome to the Game Ghost. Or rather, welcome to subscribing, and I'm glad you're able to check out the expansions. ALD is also a dirty clicker. But yeah, for those who are willing to take the time to keybind, it's by far superior. Ah, thank you, Mysterious Merp. Is it better to use Steam as your launcher or the SWTOR one you get directly from the website? Also, do you have a Discord server? So for Steam, I'm gonna take some water before I die. So for Steam, it does not matter if you use the original launcher or the Steam launcher. The idea that you might want to use the Steam launcher is if you're already enjoying the features Steam has to offer. For example, your Steam friends list, you like being able to show your friends what game you're playing, if you like using the Steam library to organize your games instead of having them all on your desktop, if you like being able to get the trading cards and Steam items that are only for Steam, nothing else. There's no benefit to using the Steam launcher in SWTOR. The only benefit you might experience is if you've had trouble with downloading or patching the game in the past, the Steam launcher, not the game, just the launcher that helps you patch and log into the game is a bit more stable because it does not use technology called Bitrater. But the only trade-off is that you can't do the thing where you download 20% and jump into the game. You have to download the whole thing through Steam before you can play. In the Flashpoints, have you come across players who don't understand English? So I don't do a ton of Group Finder Flashpoints these days, but back in the day, I've definitely run into players who spoke only a little bit of English, and that was fine, as long as they were willing to talk. But I've never come across anybody who didn't speak any English at all on the North American servers. I have no idea how that works on the EU servers, so. Hey, as a stream, it turned into a Q&A stream where I dance, where we dance the night away. Let's do it from the top here. As for, do you have a Discord server? So I have a Patreon, and if you subscribe on the Patreon, you get access to my Discord. It's a private, quite small server. And that's kind of like in SWTOR, so you sub to it once and you get access permanently. You are an admin. No, I'm not an admin. I mean, of my channel, I guess. I'm not I don't work for SWTOR, I don't moderate SWTOR the game, if that's what you're asking. What are the requirements for the event? Yeah, I haven't even started the Bounty Hunter event, sorry. But to start the event, let me go get stuck in a box by accident. If you were... Oh! Stuck again. No! There we go. There we go. Let's go. If you wanted to do the Bounty Hunter event, you only have to be level 15. Some of the fights are harder at level 15, but you can at least do the basic stuff. And to start it off is real easy. On the Republic or Imperial fleet, you can go to this glowing blue box. Looks like a little bounty. It's kind of around the outer ring here. You'll be in a different spot, probably Republic side. And that'll start you off, and it'll send you up this elevator here. And that's where you can actually start the event. I'll be just a second. Who is your favorite Sith Inquisitor companion? I really like Andronikos and the female Sith Inquisitor romance with him. Just something about it is really nice that they support each other. They both support each other in what they're getting up to. Salsa. So yeah, the bounty event is running from the 11th to the 18th, and if I manage to get through all the questions in chat, we'll actually go do the bounty event. I am on Starport server. Ah, I see. You guys are saying that in Europe it's fine. I'm assuming people in German servers speak German, people in French server speak French, and people in the English server, most of them probably speak at least some English. Because I know a lot of you guys learn it in school too. Just going back up through chat. Ah, Darth Kaiser says, my dad and me started playing a few days ago. Welcome to both of you. Ooh, yeah, Steam is getting the achievements. They're not added yet, are they? Are they already here? Surprised me. What do you think of the Inquisitor storyline as opposed to the Consular? I think the Inquisitor story is a lot more exciting, that's for sure. But I think they're good foils for each other. The Inquisitor is all about gaining power and freeing themselves, where the Jedi Consular is kind of almost shackled more and more throughout the story, but they're both exploring the mysteries of the Force. Hello, I'm a new player. Just found your channel. Which class would you advise me to play? I have no idea, because it totally depends what type of class you want to play. Which class? Swtorista. I will happily link you a video if you haven't seen this one yet.
Best.
No ads. Which class? Oh, thank you so much, James. I like your amazing little thing too. Oh, thank you so much, Linton. I'm glad you're able to catch the stream too. Ah, another EU player on Starforge. Linton, can I ask, how do you find playing on the server, the EU, or on a North American server on Starforge as an EU player? Where is the character keybind saved now that I have it on Steam? I don't see it in documents. It is in... It's like app data? It's somewhere like that. It's somewhere kind of weird. It's like in users, app data, roaming. I can never remember off the top of my head, but if you were playing in the original SWTOR launcher and then you switched over to Steam, your keybind should actually be there when you log in. That's what happened to me, because they're not in the old SWTOR folder. Craig says, I need to stop being lazy. I need to finish 26 bounties this week. You don't need to, you just want to. One of the weird things about the events right now is they used to come every month because there was only so many of them, but now there's multiple events. So we don't know when the next bounty event will be, so you kind of do have to get it in while you can. What about the droid attack on the Wookiees? SWTOR for Life says, I don't see much of SWTOR TV anymore. Wasn't he in college? So either he's still working on post-secondary school, or he's probably gone into the workforce at this point. Is my guess. I know he was really busy the last few videos he posted about. Ah, they added the achievements to Steam, but September is when you can go get them. Very interesting. Where does this event start for Imperials? It is... So I'm real close. I'm on the Imperial side. Go back there and show you guys where it is. Linton says, yep, surprisingly not laggy playing from the EU on the North American servers. Wait just a second again, sorry. Here we go. So to start the Bounty Hunter event, or Bounty Contract event, you're on the Imperial Fleet. You'll come down the stairs and look for this glowing blue carbonite bounty on my map. It would be right here on the south area. Wow, Elven Glass says, just returned to SWTOR after 6 years away. That's crazy. That's a really long break. Welcome back. You probably played, what would be the last expansion you played? Maybe like Shadow of Revan? Maybe Rise of the Hutt Cartel? Have a good one, Merc. Very interesting about the achievements. I didn't even realize that they had added them yet. I'll have to go check it out and see what's available. Ghost Fixter says, I've had a question for a while. Can you level up level 8 armor ratings when they're in legacy armor? I'm hoping that makes sense. Yeah, so there's two different ways to kind of upgrade your armor. So the first is on your character sheet. This is your armor that gives you stats, like it makes you stronger in battle, and you can switch that out very easily. Now let's say this is my ugly armor. This is the armor I'm actually wearing for stats. Like I look like an arachnid kind of thing, look like a special ops spider, and this is what's giving me my stats. But I actually have this cool looking piece of armor here and here, and up here is the outfit designer. So you can set these up and it just changes your appearance while keeping the stats of your armor that you actually want. I'm about to get orbital bombarded, apparently. Who's doing that? That's funny. Anyways, so the other way is that you can actually modify your current armor by control right-clicking it. But many armors, probably like your level 8 one, cannot be modified in that way. They have to actually have these 3 little options here to upgrade them. So your best bet is probably using the outfit designer slots at the top here, the numbered tabs. I hope that's big enough that you can see it. Sorry if not. Is it possible that there will be new classes in the future? I mean, anything is possible when you believe. It's very unlikely. They all already kind of struggle with balancing the current classes, and they would have to record so many audio lines, just so many. It's possible, more likely, we might see a new advanced class in the future. So they don't have to re-record the voice lines or anything like that, or a new combat proficiency maybe. But in the end, when they decide to add things or not, it's will this bring new people to the game, and do we have the resources and staff to get her done? So we don't really know the answers to those questions. How do I keep myself from being burned out? Like, so for the average player, I think they switch around games probably anywhere between 3 to 6 months. So like, don't be afraid to go do other stuff. Like, you don't have to play SWTOR. It's not like working or brushing your teeth every morning. It's something you should be doing for fun because you enjoy it. Me personally, I like to switch out the different parts of the game that I'm checking out all the time. So like Galactic Starfighter, if you've never tried it, go play it. Maybe work on just Space Barbie and making armors for all your characters. Go try some Flashpoints and do Group Finder for a while if you've never done that. Maybe start checking out PvP. Go do Reputation if you want something relaxing to do. Like, you know, you don't have to grind at all if you don't want to either. And that's grinding and doing the same thing over and over is the biggest thing that's gonna burn you out, I think. Would you recommend doing the Sith Warrior or Smuggler first? Those are the 2 I've yet to finish. If you want something super snarky, do the Smuggler. If you want something really very entwined in the Empire and the Sith, do the Sith Warrior. Because they're both good in their own ways, but they're very different. Like, I would do the Sith Warrior, but I don't like the wisecracking quite as much. What's your favorite expansion? I think I like best the Rise of the Hutt Cartel expansion, but I really like the cinematics and Knights of the Fallen Empire. How are you? Doing good, thanks! What do you recommend to do for fun on SWTOR? Oh my god, I don't know, like the entire game? I don't know how to answer that. But same thing, trying out different things you haven't done yet. Like even my answer for that might have changed over time. For example, I would say do anything but Galactic Starfighter. It's too hard and you just die. And now I'm like, I love it. I suck, but I love it so much. Can I join your guild? My guild is called Remnants of Hope. You'd have to look it up online, but it's not an open invite guild. You apply and first you see if it's like something that matches up with what you're looking for. But if you're looking for just guilds in general and not necessarily my guild, or rather the guild that I'm in, Here's the link for guilds again. Guilds! Shrimpo says, first time here. Me too! First time here. First time streaming on YouTube. Seen a lot of your videos. What's your favorite class to play? And EU here. My favorite class to play is the Vanguard tank. Oh, I like the Rancor in the background here. Looks like he's trying to give me a hug. Oh yeah, and the Narsha Casino event is on now, right, too, all the way to August 25th, so we got about a little over a week left, yeah. Ooh, Fish says Jedi Shadow is a great class, even if it's not a tank. Yeah, I really like the Jedi Shadow tank. I haven't had a chance to try out the other options as much yet. Which server is the best for Australian players? So it's really weird. When the APAC servers went away, there was some back in the day, eventually most of the Australian players who have been here for a long time, they wound up on Satil Shan. However, currently Starforge is the bigger server, so a lot of the newer Australian players have been winding up in Starforge. So I'm not really sure what the exact answer to that should be. Like, I don't know what to recommend to you, which to play.
I might try ducking next time.
Oh, thanks for whoever was asking about the key bindings earlier. If you scroll up, White Kryptonite posted in chat the path to them. Thank you. Oh, Craig needs to get the pink and white dye from the event. Oh, Rancor! So much Rancor. Guess I need to find a new location. Maybe I'll go dance up beside the hut here. I think this is a good location. There we go. What do you think about the upcoming Old Republic TV show? There's not an upcoming Old Republic TV show. Kathleen Kennedy, in an interview a while ago, it's like a year ago now, mentioned they were kind of looking into making an Old Republic something. But she didn't really say how far they'd gotten or if it had passed any of the processes yet. Like, had they even made anything yet? Had they even agreed they were going to do it for sure, you know? Like, it's not for sure at all. Or we'd be freaking out right now, that's for sure. ALDia asks, I have a subscription active and I never played SWTOR via Steam before. If I install the game via Steam now, will my active sub work? Yes, your subscription is tied to your account, like to the SWTOR servers, so you won't have any problem once you log in through Steam. You just have to make sure to log into the same account. Oh, Red says, I'm from the UK, so you should have an idea how it's like from the time we have played together. Yeah. There's a bit of desync for you, Red, but you've been able to play with me just fine. Hasn't really been an issue. We haven't done anything hard like PvP or operations, so we're usually just running around like Tython or something. What about the Jedi attack on the Sith? What about it? What's the bounty event and what are the rewards? Yeah, so if I ever get through the questions in chat, I'll actually go to the bounty event. I kind of misjudged how many of you would be jumping in to say hi because it's the first time I'm streaming on YouTube, so it kind of got derailed. But eventually I'd like to do the bounty event. How much longer are you streaming? I'm hoping at least for another hour or so. 1 hour and let's do bounties. Dang it! Come on! If I buy a subscription in Steam, what I need to do... sorry, yes, if you buy a subscription through Steam, after 30 days it will automatically end and you will be unsubscribed, so you don't have to do anything. You just have to buy it again if you want to have it again. Is there going to be an expansion anytime soon? So sadly, it sounds like there will not be an expansion this year from what they released so far. What's coming up, there will be a big story update in the holidays, so everything kind of got pushed back. I did not like waiting for years for the last expansion either. I was hoping that wouldn't happen again, but quarantine, I think, kind of threw everything off. Ah, hey, Angry Welder. Hi! What's your favorite expansion? I really like the Rise of the Hutt Cartel for how much it added to the game, and then I like Knights of the Fallen Empire for the cinematics it added. Really, really nice to look at.
Smooth.
I like how many of you are saying, I left and returned since XYZ happened. Why are you not streaming on Twitch? Yeah, I just wanted to come say hi on YouTube, because I know a lot of you don't manage to make your way over to Twitch. But Twitch is mainly where I stream. Can you tell Bioware to add 316 gear? Yeah. I don't know what they're working on right now in terms of gearing. I know amplifiers are getting some changes coming up here real soon, so is crafting. I don't know if that's gonna affect gearing or what's going on with that exactly. Ooh, Red 15, and we were talking about burnout earlier, and Red 15 says something very true. Another way to avoid burnout is to play with friends, and that's super, super true. Like, it changes how long you're going to want to play by a lot. Just trying to catch up with chat, sorry. Mike says they play SWTOR every 2 days and play other games other days. Yeah, that's another good tip. Superman says, hey, is there a big reward at the end of the Eternal Throne? Haven't had a hard time trucking through the story. Honestly? No. I mean, apart from finishing the expansion, there's no big reward at the end other than like what happens in the story. Honestly, there isn't like a... I can't even think what you would get at the end of finishing it that you wouldn't get from doing like other types of content. What is your favorite mount? Oh, definitely the Varactile. Very easy. I love that one. Synergy asks, do you have a video on crew skills? I sure do. Okay, so which crew skill? Welcome to Swtorista. Shh, puppy out there. Which crew skill I'm posting in chat? And then how to craft. How to craft. And how to craft a lightsaber. If you need a super breakdown about how it works, here's like crafting a specific item example. How to craft a lightsaber. I'm already not on Twitch. Just wanted to come say hi on YouTube today. What do you guys think about the upcoming... Oh right, we saw that. I think I'm gonna have to go from the bottom up. Is there a video you haven't done in SWTOR? So much. Oh hey, Lightbait. So much. I haven't covered like how to do the flashpoints, how to do the operations. I haven't done any more videos about all the classes I'd like to do. I'd love to do more like class comparisons, like should I try out this one or this one. I haven't done... There's so many about crafting I would love to do but don't have time to do. I haven't covered like the Rakghoul event or the Gree event. I haven't... Like, there's so many. What are your favorite companions? Oh, I really like Nadia from the Jedi Consular story. I like seeing her grow up over time. And I like Eric Jorgen because he's my Trooper Bay. Ah, thank you very much, Frog Raider. Yeah, so when we're talking about burnout, because burnout can mean different things for different people. For example, like I said, a lot of people switch between 3 to 6 months. So, your burnout could be like, damn, I just played the game every day for 2 weeks straight. I'm so sick of it now. Or it could be like, oh, I've been playing for a year. I'm starting to get tired of it. Like, it could mean very different things to different people, what burned out means. Hour in still Q&A. Favorite class? I like the Vanguard tank. It's my favorite class to play. Are you a big Star Wars fan, or does this game just resonate with you? The Old Republic really resonates with me, that era of Star Wars, not necessarily just this game, but like the Knights of the Old Republic and the kind of era it's set in and its lore. I really like. And I also like the environment of SWTOR. Not necessarily like, for me, I never really connected with like Luke or Darth Vader, but I really connected with like Kamino and Nar Shaddaa and Coruscant and the Jedi Council room and all the aliens wandering around in the background and stuff like that. It really, it tickled my happy sci-fi fancy. Thank you, James. Thank you very much. What is that rocket mount? Is it the one that I'm standing on top of? That is the Basilisk War Droid. It's something very entwined with Mandalorian lore. If you want to look it up, it's quite cool. Thank you, Brex. Greetings from California. James says, thank you for the Red Reaper video. I run that solo Masters mode with my sim tank. It was easy coming back after watching the Academy videos. You're welcome. I had a lot of fun learning how to do that. I was quite scared to try out doing such difficult content solo. I didn't even know if it would be possible for me, so it was a lot of fun and very rewarding to learn how to do it on my own, especially on a class that I'd never played before because I didn't really have a damage-based stealth character yet. So super cool to do that. I'm glad it was able to help you go through it fast. Mike said, your videos have helped me a lot. Been playing off and on since it released. Wiz says, hey, do you think it's worth switching server from DM to SF? I'm talking community and such. Yeah, that's like a big question, isn't it? So we've already kind of established that your connection and your ping is probably not going to be a problem. So now you have to decide, is it worth it? Because the cost is quite high. So first off, it does matter what you're looking for. Like for example, if you're trying to do ranked PvP or something like that and you're finding you're not getting pops on Darth Malgus, especially in whatever time zone you're in, Starforge might be a better bet for that one. Though I've seen a lot of players doing ranked on Satele as well. As for ops and stuff like that, I really don't know. I don't know what type of advice to give you, because the only way you would find out for sure would be like making a character on the new server you want to be on and see what it's like. So maybe if you have a ton of credits, I'm trying to think, or like you have cartel coins saved up, maybe you could make a token character on Starforge and see what the community is like. Because I don't think I could give you a solid answer, because it really depends on what you specifically are trying to find and what's available here in that category. Hey, George! Nice to see you, George. George is my super Star Wars friend. He shares all his Star Wars news with me. Can I ask you guys a question? For those of you who are in here, there's like 400 of you. How did you find this stream? Like, how did you find out I was streaming? Was there like a little pop-up, or did you just go to my channel and it was there? Or did you see it when you were browsing around YouTube gaming or something like that? This is the first time I've ever streamed on YouTube, and I have no idea how you guys even got here, to be honest, other than like me posting it on Twitter. Which Reborn armor is cooler, Revan or Malgus? Oh, I love the Revan Reborn armor a lot. It's really unique. I'm sorry, Malgus to the wayside on that one. What server is this? We are on Starforge. You have a personal Insta profile? No! Like, why would— oh my god, I just tapped back in game. This is something beautiful right here. I would like some music though. I'm not sure what happened to it. If I move, will you guys follow me? I want to walk over to the cantina. I feel bad wrecking your amazing display though. Oh, it's recommended on the YouTube homepage. Oh, I see. Very cool. Here, I'll go stand on the bar right here, I guess. Sorry to mess up your beautiful pyramid you guys had set up so well. What's your least favorite thing in SWTOR? Probably right now my least favorite is the slow updates. The updates are still regular, and that's good. No signs of the game shutting down anytime soon or sunsetting or whatever you want to say, but I'd really like to see updates come as often as I feel other games get them. I feel like part of the problem is SWTOR has its parent company, and they have to go through so many hoops to decide when they need to like invest in the game and stuff like that versus just doing it. Oh, updated flagship video. Yeah, that's like one of the things that kind of got to the wayside. Can you explain operations? They're so much fun! I've been working my way up to it. Basically, operations are 8-person content, and they're some of the most group-focused and difficult content in the game. So there's story mode, and the story mode is quite easy. You can go in practically naked. And then there's the hard mode and the master mode, which really requires a lot of like practice and stuff like that working together. But even the story mode, you want to go in with some like basic knowledge about your class. Like, how does your class work? What do each of your abilities do? And without knowing that, I can tell you everything about operations is kind of useless, other than like work with your team. Listen to your team and work with them is the biggest thing you need to know. And there's no like solo version of those. I see other thing people wonder a lot. So we're trying to work on making more resources available for people getting into learning their classes, but it's taking a long time because it's a lot of content. Timothy says, I want to get into this game, but I'm scared it only has a year or 2 left. So, okay, that's funny. I just talked about that. As far as I can tell from everything I've seen that the developers have been posting and stuff, we are good for at least like the next 2 years, and there's nothing pointing that it's going to shut down. Like, in 2021, at the end of 2021, it's going to be the 10th anniversary of the game, and they've already mentioned that they're starting to plan for that. So that's really cool. And if they're going to be doing something big at the end of 2021, then they're not going to shut the game down right after that. It would be a waste. So we're good for a while. You have more than enough time to play and enjoy all the stories. I obviously can't make any promises like down the road, but I haven't seen anything that's pointed towards them going to be shutting down. Otherwise I would not be doing this. It would be a waste of my life, you know? Bastion of Belfry says, people worrying about servers for games shutting down. It really just doesn't happen anymore. Actually, it does! WildStar is one of the recent examples of a game getting going and then having to shut down. However, WildStar only lasted 4 years, so Tora is already on like number 9, so I think we're okay in comparison. You did a video on playing Inquisitor Tank. Can you do more class guides? So I'm not going to be doing any more in depth as those 3 that I did. Those were really, really hard. But there are other great guides like them online, just not quite my style. A leaf just landed in your cup. I'm sorry. Which server are you on? Starforge. Yeah, so what would probably happen is the game would enter maintenance mode for a while, where it would just kind of sit there with no updates. But I guess we don't have a lot of knowledge about what's the expensive part of keeping this game going. Is it making sure it's running with all the servers and keeping them functioning, or is it the continuous updates players are expecting? I'm guessing more the updates side of things. One other thing we need to keep in mind is that if they ever make another Star Wars MMO, like another Star Wars online RPG game, this one will probably shut down to make way for that, kind of like Galaxies did for our game. So playing as a free-to-play player matters. I mean, it can do PvP and stuff. Yes, but there are restrictions. Like, for example, PvP specifically, let's put restrictions in chat. Here's a link. PvP, you can only play, I think, 10 matches a day now? Oh, I can't remember. Yes, you can play 10 matches per week, so per character, I believe. So you've got some limits. If you're not doing PvP, there's like very few limits while you're low level though, just lots of little tiny restrictions. If you don't want to ever pay any cents, this is not a pure free-to-play game. You can play a ton of the game for free, but eventually you're going to want to subscribe, in my opinion. And there's more info about that in the link that I sent to you about like how long, how far in that would be, how much it would cost, so on and so forth. What is the bounty event? Is it delayed? No, it's right on time. It's 11th to 18th. We just did a really impromptu Q&A. Okay, I think we're time to start the bounty event, guys. Okay. I think we're gonna start it. We're gonna pause the Q&A. Ice Money said free to play is almost unplayable, but I'd heard players kind of share sentiments like that, and I wanted to know if it was actually true or not. So I played about 50 hours from level 1 on a free to play account, and I actually really enjoyed it. Like, it was not nearly as bad as I'd heard other people play. So we picked up the initial bounty quest over here. Woohoo! Bounty time! I'm gonna be watching chat a bit less now. So here we started the event from this little thing. On the Imperial side, it's right down here in the south of the map. I think Republic side is probably at the top, but I'm not entirely sure. You're just looking for this carbonite thing. This is my server. I'm on Starforge. I don't know what server you're on though. Can be hard to tell sometimes. It'll tell you on the character select screen at the top what server you're on. And then we're gonna pick up a bounty. I don't know if we can pick up more than one at once. I haven't done this in a long time.
Thank you for accepting a contract from the Bounty Brokers Association. Proceed to the planet specified in the contract to meet the client and gather the details of the bounty. Good hunting.
This is part of the intro quest right here.
Greetings, Hunter. The Bounty Brokers Association is honored to welcome a legend like yourself. Sadly, I am advised to inform all prospective hunters that disintegrations are no longer considered an acceptable method for bounty contract resolutions. If you are still interested in pursuing one of our bounty hunting contracts despite this disappointing restriction, you may review available assignments at the terminal nearby. Good hunting.
Oh, that's cool. I've never done the event
on next time.
On a bounty hunter before, so I've never gotten to get that special little line. It said, welcome, esteemed whatever. I know I need these items, but I don't remember how many I need, or at what point I even need them. I don't think I need them yet. Get some just in case. So what we're going to do is our bounty on our quest list says speak to Officer Menace on Drummond Cost. I really like this feature. For those of you who have not played the game for a long time, there's a button here near your mini-map called Open the Galaxy Map. Good hunting! Yeah, you can get one area at a time, it looks like. And we'll fly straight to Drummond Cost. I don't even have to go to my ship. I really like that for doing stuff that's not story related. Buy 5 of each, said Aldi. I guess I didn't need 50. No disintegrations! Yeah, Steve Blum is in a lot of things in this game. Oh, and there was a weekly I could have picked up. I see. We'll see if we can go pick that up when we head back. Thank you, Ice Mini. Master Lee says, I spent a lot of money on World of Warcraft 10 years ago. So you don't have to subscribe monthly, but I would highly recommend at some point, like, hands down, sub for at least 1 month as it unlocks the expansions. But if you want to unsub after that, and you mostly want to play the story, that's probably okay. Like, you can get away with that just fine. What is this poor mount? It's just like, it's having a moment. Which country you come from? I am Canadian. I'm currently living in the United States in sunny California.
Destination?
Ooh, needs to go right here.
Enjoy your stay.
Hi, Lemmy. Cheaper to sub for a year. I don't even sub for a year. Sometimes I worry, like, am I still going to be playing that long in the future? Here I am, like, 9 years later. I probably should just buy the more expensive subs. Ice Money has a good tip. If you pick up the heroics from the planets, probably from this little button of 3 people near your minimap, solo, you can pick up the Drummond Cost one and travel straight there. You don't even have to go through the spaceport, which is nice. music is too loud. I'm kind of surprised. We can turn it down though. Sound. Yeah, the writing in this game is great. It's especially the original class stories. They're really good. The funny stuff is really funny. The dry humor is great. The Bounty Hunter has so much dry humor. It cracks me up. And like I really like the more like mystical stuff, like the Jedi Consular. Makes me feel like a Jedi.
Smooth.
No, I don't have Instagram. Your love story about how you met your man of Swtorista is interesting and worth watching. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah. It's been great.
You must be Officer Manus. Do I understand this contract of yours correctly? A Sith Lord is running rackets?
I know it sounds ludicrous on its surface, but please, hear me out. Lord Trock's extremely ambitious, even for a Sith. I know, I used to work with her regularly. Somewhere along the way, her thirst for power became out-and-out greed. She overthrew a prominent crime syndicate on Nar Shaddaa, transplanting their lieutenants here.
They'll wish they never set foot on Drome and Kos. And then, they'll be dead.
A suitable outcome, to be sure. Take care of these outsiders who would dare thumb their noses at the Empire's absolute power, and I'll see to it that you're properly compensated.
Cypher said, I can't believe people still play this. I'm happy to see that as I play as well.
You should be able to find local miscreants who can provide more details. Please do not hesitate to question them aggressively.
Yeah, Cypher. Actually, a lot of people are playing right now. If you didn't see, it came out on Steam. Pleximos says, you should stream more on YouTube or Twitch. Yes, I'm actually streaming every morning, every weekday morning at 8 AM on Twitch before I start work. I don't know what's going on this week, though. I might be going away for a few days. But pretty much every morning, yeah, on Twitch. I don't know what will be going on with YouTube. I'm still kind of trying to decide what we're doing. Okay, so we need to collect information from shady characters. So this is part of the bounty event. We need to like track down info. So we're gonna look for NPC characters that are labeled as shady. I don't think I've ever done this on the Imperial side though. Looks like they might be more located in the hallway. Ha! Shady character. So we can use either the investigation probe, or we can use these interrogation probes, or these friendly drinks. So this is a light side item, dark side item, kind of neutral item. Let's use the dark side one.
Do to get what I'm after.
The probe's like poking him.
Okay. There's no need for that.
Have a good one, dwarf. Shady characters, where are you? Ha! I found one.
You will talk.
Thanks, ALD. Perfect. That's exactly what I needed.
You just made your last
I'll just stream every day now. Oh, I know, just like button mashing right now, but I recently actually was learning how to play this character. It's Innovative Ordnance, which is one of the 3 combat trees for the Mercenary Bounty Hunter. Like I tried to learn like today how to play it. It's been quite interesting. I didn't even realize it was a dot spec. I just kind of had picked it randomly. Didn't really look into it.
There's no need for that.
Tell me what I want to know, or else.
I have a better idea.
You'll feel that later.
Ooh, she wants to fight me. Let's put some dots on her. Oh, she didn't last long enough. Never mind. Oh, I see there's another player. Constable Sinafra, I believe, is visiting in from the stream. I know on the Republic side there's like a ton of these guys hidden around. I'm not really sure quite where they are Imperial side.
There's nothing I won't do.
You got a
to get
Discord
what
for
I'm
people to
after.
join. I have a Discord, but it's private. It's only for those who have subscribed to my channel. And I'll link that in chat if you're interested in that. Did we get enough yet? Oh yeah, 3 out of 4. 1 more to go. I'll just keep bouncing between these 3 because I know where they are.
Tell me what I want to know.
What instance are you on? Looks like 5.
Okay, okay. There's no need for that.
Ah, you'll find more out in the courtyard. I see. I just didn't explore enough. We'll talk to this table.
I'm looking for information.
And I'm looking for a wild night out, interspersed with 1 to 3 pulse-pounding, death-defying dust-ups. Can't always have everything, can we?
If I didn't have other priorities, I'd take you up on that. And then some.
Good to know I've still got it. Tell you what, since you're obviously of sound mind, body, and taste, why don't I give you what you're after?
Oh, baby!
Your investigatory skills are most impressive. You
We
have
like
all
love.
that you need. Neutralize the target.
Yeah, I really like Galt so far. I know a lot of people he's not their favorite, but I've been enjoying his entrepreneurial skills as the bounty hunter so far. Ah, thank you, Darth. I just wanted to say that your videos and passion for the game are awesome. We've been playing since beta and are currently over on Satil Shan. Oh, thank you very much. I'm glad you're enjoying the game and the spirit, the passion, the videos. Do you have a favorite bounty hunter companion yet? I like Mako. She's very young though, and she acts it, which can sometimes get on my nerves. So I like Galt. Galt's a little more mature. He knows the trials and tribulations of the world. Who else is there? There's Bliss. I just got Skadge. Do not like Skadge. Who's our last one? Torian. I was really excited about Torian because I wanted to do the romance with him, but he's kind of like a wet blanket. He doesn't really have any personality. People have been saying he gets more personality when you do the companion conversations with him, but I'm not really feeling anything for him yet in terms of like interesting character-wise. Yeah, a lot of people don't know how the instances work, and right now there's 7 instances, and it looks like a majority of them are full. I don't know about Drummond-Koss, but on Korban when it was full, it meant there was about 100 people, so there's probably like 600 people on Drummond-Koss right now, give or take. How do I turn off the chat in full screen on my iPhone? I don't even know, buddy. Sorry. This is the first time I ever streamed on YouTube. I'm learning just like you. Favorite Star Wars alien species? I like Twi'leks. I don't know if I have a favorite. I just always liked seeing them when I was younger in the movies, like the green Mirialans and like the Togruta in the background of the Jedi Council. I always just thought they were super cool. I guess I like any of the colorful humanoid ones, to be honest. Do you like Skadge? I think you're the first person I've ever heard say that before. Oh, we finally found our bounty! We found our bounty. We're gonna kill him. We're gonna collect the bounty. We're gonna get some credits and some rewards. Okay, we're gonna dot him. We're gonna be a clicker. Dot. And thermal override sensors.
Practice time's
We're gonna make this one cost
now
nothing.
We do this for real.
And keep our dot going. Yay. Oh, what are you guys doing here? Get out of here. I'm gonna dot you. I'm gonna dot you, and I learned that fusion missile will spread my dots, which is amazing. Aw, he knocked me over. That's rude.
Finally. Been itching for a proper showdown.
I've noticed I haven't been having heat management issues yet. For those of you who play IO, it's probably a bad thing. That means I suck and I'm not using my heavy hitting abilities. Are you saying Skadge? gets better at later at a later point. Somehow I don't believe that. So the way characters worked when the server merges happened, all the characters on one server were merged into the same server. So if they were split up when you logged in, it means you had them split up on different servers before and were probably on different like coasts or something weird like that. Maybe you didn't realize when you were first creating those characters that there was different types of servers and different coasts and stuff like that. We have to go back to where we were. Oh, we don't need to go to a different planet though.
You'll feel that
Bliss romance. Oh yeah, chiss are super cool too. What is your PC spec? Swtorista computer. Thank you, Google. Swtorista computer in chat, and the specs are in the description. I think we actually switched over to an AMD graphic card though since that came out, because we were swapping some parts around. We built our computer though for two different reasons. We built it for gaming. I think my husband wanted to play like The Witcher 3 or something, and we also built it for video editing, so it's a bit overkill for just playing SWTOR. Why is your character pick a Jawa? Oh yeah, that's like a cosmetic thing you can get. It's called a flare, and you can buy this one's called Flare Jawa Mask. It's probably pretty expensive though, I would guess. Here's my bounty guy.
The size of Lord Truck's syndicate has been reduced by 1.
Excellent work. Not that I ever had any doubt, of course. Your payment and my gratitude.
Yay, bounty! And so let's go turn this in. It says we need to be on fleet. People still play this game? Ask Lone Traveler. Well, there's like 400 people watching, and my channel, which is only about SWTOR, recently reached 100,000 subscribers. So if you guys aren't playing, I don't know what you're doing. What you're doing here. Top 5 Jedi. Ooh, I don't know if I can answer that. They'd all be like background Jedi. You can romance Kemval. Yes, you totally can. In the later expansions, it's very silly. I think it was more added for fun than anything else. Oh, did I have a quick travel? I did. There's a quick travel button to turn in your bounty contract. That's nice. I just didn't realize it before I went. Hi, Kristoff. You don't like Vector, Brian C. Brian C, I actually really like Vector. He was I really enjoyed his story and talking to him and romancing him. You don't trust him and refuse to do. I took the wrong elevator, darn it. You don't want to talk to him. He is a bug. Oh, I see. I was getting confused. I was thinking I was on Republic's side and trying to go up the Republic elevator. Does not work when we're on a bounty hunter. Hey ML. ML's in the hospital tonight and can't play. This is great. Well, I'm glad you're able to live a little vicariously. How are you zooming out so much? Yeah, so that's actually something you can do and set up when you're out of the game. It's like a special setting. So here's how to zoom out, and it's a guide by a Volk. Turn off music, copyright strike incoming. Oh, yeah, I guess so. Don't really think too much about that. When I make videos, I only ever put music from the game and turn all the sounds from the game off. Okay, let's turn in our bounty contract. Ta-da! So we got...
The Association is quite impressed with the efficiency and skill displayed in your contract resolutions. Well done.
So we got a bounty currency, which we had 70. We got 71 now. Bounty reputation, we're already maxed out. And some credits. How much credits did we get? We got 436 credits. We're gonna be buying everything, aren't we? So many. That's not a lot of credits. So you guys were asking about some of the rewards earlier.
Here's what I got. Look quick if you want.
I actually have a video that shows them all. It's
See
called
anything
like
you like,
Bounty
give me a
Week
wink.
rewards or something like that. And you can get all these armors.
Bring
Some
your
are very
creds back
bounty
anytime.
focused. It's one of
See
the
anything
few
you like?
places you
Just
can
let me
get.
know.
You can get these really cool like blaster rifles and sniper rifles that are actually bowcasters and they're legacy bound. That's super neat.
Come back anytime.
There's a really nice mount you can get, which I really like. Just a lot of neat kind of cosmetic rewards. And so I know you guys were saying if I wanted to do the weeklies, I would pick them up here, I think from this guy.
You want to be on top, gonna need the skills.
So let's do the one on Alderaan. So we
Come
bought an
back, you
item.
might
It
learn
cost
something.
us 5 bounty contracts. Did it work? Oh, I see. I go over to the mission terminal now. Oh gosh, what happened? My character was like, it said reading contract, skimming contract, signing contract. I don't know. I'm not sure what that was about. Maybe that was like a fix so that you didn't run over to the terminal too fast and it broke things. Because like I said, last time I tried this event, there were some issues going on. Aha! Craig says, I got my Jawa mask flare for my birthday. I saw you had it and wanted it because it was just different. Yeah, it's real goofy. I thought it was very funny. A friend showed it to me and I was like, oh, I need that. If I complete the legacy achievement for Paxton Rawl, will that give me him as a companion? I believe so. I haven't actually done that one yet. I'll be just a second, sorry. There we go. Sorry, it's very, very warm right now in California. It's like way too hot right now. Maverick asked, have you noticed a significant increase in players after they put the game on Steam? Yes, absolutely. I was talking about it a bit earlier, but one of the ways that I saw it the most was on Korriban. I went there kind of a few days after it came out on Steam. On Korriban, there was about 13 instances, and each instance had about 1,000 players. 100 players, so there was about 1,000 players or more online, and they were like all red, all filled up with players. I was like, whoa! And we're starting to see them disperse a little more. Like when I was leveling earlier, I was seeing like a little pile of people on Terrace talking to all the intro quest givers. I'm seeing a lot of people watching my videos, so I can only assume they're either playing or looking into playing. And Steam was saying there was 30,000 people playing through Steam. Whether those are new, returning, or existing players, it's kind of hard to tell though.
You said we would discuss Claw.
Yes, of course. Claw. The most heinous of them all. My son. He was such a good-natured boy before he fell in with the wrong crowd. And now, we must all pay the price for our wrongs. He will pay his, as I will mine. Go to him and see that justice is done.
Yeah, Maverick, if you were waiting for a point where there was more players online to play, now is a really good time. Just know a lot of them are like between levels like 5 and 30 right now though, so I don't know if they've quite hit endgame stuff yet. Titus says, how can I transfer gear and credits to my other characters? Thanks. Ooh, I'm trying to figure out the best way to describe the legacy stronghold without having to go there. So if you're currently subscribed or preferred, you can literally just mail credits, like using the mailbox. Real easy. Oh, got stuck in a wall. Sorry. Ah! The mailboxes, and you just type in your other character's name. Real easy. And then if you're free to play, it's a bit trickier, but you can still do it. You need to go get a stronghold in the strongholds and crew skills section of the fleet. It'll cost you like 5,000 credits, like super cheap. And once you complete the introductory quest, it gives you a yellow cargo hold, a yellow bank. And this is called the Legacy Bank, and you can put credits in there, and then those credits can be accessed by any character. I know that's not the... It's kind of one of those things that's easier to show than tell, sorry. Question, does your stronghold storage have a credit cap? As far as I can tell, it does not have a credit cap. So the credit cap for your inventory is like 4.5 billion credits if you're a subscriber, and as far as we could tell, the legacy one didn't even have that cap, so go nuts putting stuff in there. Just if you're free to play or preferred, know that you can only take out a million at a time, or it'll go in escrow. Yeah, Maverick, it is really nice to see all these new players coming in and help them out. It's a lot of them are like really interested in learning about the game, which is cool, and are like willing to talk and ask about it. Abby says you can also sell overpriced stuff on the GTN, right? Yeah, so if you're looking for some ways to kind of get around the weird free-to-play restrictions, I've got some stuff that talks a little more in depth about that. Here's free-to-play tips. And that includes the tip that Abby was kind of starting to talk about. Austin has also been joining because Steam release. Hi Austin, welcome to the game. As for transferring armor, it's a bit more difficult because the majority of the armor that you're going to have here, a lot of it's going to be bound to your character, and that means it can't really be, it's just stuck to you. If it's bind on equip or bind on legacy, then you can also put it in that legacy bank or mail it over. Streaming on YouTube, what is this? Yes, Saranteo. I'm cheating on Twitch. I just had a little extra time in the afternoon. Decided to go say hi to everybody on YouTube. I really love this area of Alderaan. This is the Aldi house, and it's kind of independent of the Republic and the Empire when you're visiting there. But it's still like this massive, massive area, like fortification that's almost bigger than like the Republic starting area, I'd say, which is really cool to explore. Oh, I apparently did need to go through here. This is just a detour. Manitou, thank you very much. You have a wonderful and unique voice. Have you ever done any voice acting? Keep up the great videos. No, voice acting is actually this, it's a huge, huge endeavor to learn because not only do you need to have a naturally okay voice for whatever you want to do, then you have to practice a lot, and you also have to practice the acting side of things. I'm mostly just reading off a script that I wrote, and I don't have to make you believe anything. Like, I don't have to put really that much emotion in my voice, and I actually strive not to, like, just to really speak clearly, and that's it. I could probably read, like, a text manual or something. But yeah, voice acting is a huge professional on its own, and I actually really enjoy the one that I do right now, marketing and web design and stuff like that. I have a lot of respect for voice actors, and I would not dare to trivialize it and jump into it as a hobby. Is there anything new with endgame gearing, or is it still the same when Onslaught launched? As far as I can tell, it's still the same since Onslaught launched. They've launched a few more set bonuses that drop from Nightmare mode, Nature of Progress, Nightmare mode, sorry, Master mode, newest operation. But other than that, not much changes. Personally, I really like the new system, so I'm not complaining any. I'm still only like item rating 300 out of 306. Release bounty seeker probes within target region. Oh, this part's fun. I like this part. This is the kind of stuff I like to do when I'm working on reputation. It's very, I find it very calming, very soothing. And then we're gonna try and find the little bounty probes with our scanner. Find an angry Galt. Oh, there's one. Oh, but it's behind a tree. Got it. Remy says, I know it's a bit out of context. I'm a returning player after a very long time. Oh, I'm too far away. And I have a free level 70 character I can create and was wondering if you had a suggestion. Oh, that's funny. That's actually the newest video I'm working on because a lot of players have been asking the same thing. So my general suggestion is that don't waste that level 70 token until you know exactly what you want to do with it, because it's quite valuable. It's quite expensive if you wanted to buy a second one. If you're returning, I really recommend play a level 1 character if you're like overwhelmed by everything, or continue playing an existing one, like continue their story. A really good way to use those tokens is if you don't want to see the class story, because the biggest thing to know is that a token character can't go back and play the class story, and they may miss out on some of the making their own choices in the expansions too. Galt. I think I saw some in the trees over there, so I should go look. I just don't really want to fight anything. See if I can like sneakily run between them. Ah, here we go. There's a few more over here. Ah, Swordman, welcome to the game. What benefits are there to the Bounty Hunter event? So far I'm not seeing it be great for credits or for XP, which is what I wanted to test out. But what I really like are the cosmetic rewards, and I'm actually gonna bounty rewards. The rewards are quite cool, and you can basically look and see if there's any that you like. And there's also the fact that it's a limited time event, so if you're like an achievement hunter or collector, it only happens during certain parts of the year, so you kind of have to do it when you can find it, or when it's up rather. Looks like we found enough of those little probes. And I have to go up a mountain maybe? I'm not entirely sure. Jawa says, your Dying Armor database are very nice. Are you planning to do it for other stuff? Yes, I have a weapons database, like, probably like 70% done, but I've been really dragging my heels about finishing it up. Just because there's been some parts that have been really not fun so far to work on compared to the armor database. Zarin said, did you look into the Fury discipline? No, not yet. I'm still trying to wrap my head around, and I think I got Carnage now. Gotta wrap my head around Annihilation, and then I'll do Fury. How old is SWTOR? Just under a decade. Yes, 10th anniversary is coming up next year. I'm sorry, just a second.
Smooth.
Where did these guys come from? I just got up. And I come back and these guys are attacking me. Yes, token skips the class stories, which is like one of the things you really need to be careful about, because it's real sad to like make this cool new level 70 Sith warrior, then play through the Onslaught expansion, and then you're like, you know what, let's go do the Sith warrior story, and it's like, no, not possible. The idea was that they were created so that you could easily jump into the expansions, but to do that they have to set a baseline for what you decided, so you can actually play the expansion. I don't know if I need to fight this guy, but let's do it anyway.
Smooth.
I don't think this character has decent gear yet. She is only level 56 after all. Ooh, looks like we got someone big to fight. I don't know how this is gonna go. Like I said, she doesn't really have good gear. Ooh, can I interrupt him? Do I have my interrupt keybound? Yes, I do. Good job, me. But it doesn't look like he's interruptible. I could stun him. I could find my stun. Nope, don't see my stun. Let's make him bleed. Give him my dot.
Don't you know who I am? I'm Claw! You can't take
One
me!
thing I couldn't figure out for innovative ordnance, I wasn't really sure where rail shot came into things. Oh dear. Oh, you ran all the way up there. That's cool. Oh, we got a bunch of people too.
Don't you know
It's
who
a
I
dot
am?
spread.
I'm Claw! You can't take me!
I was about to try and taunt them because I'm so used to being on my tank. It's not quite the same class. Let's put some dots on her.
Don't you know who I am? I'm Claw!
Put some dots on him. Dots for everyone. Damage over time. Oh no, he spawned more people. Uh-oh. Let's see if we can capture them.
After I'm through
Oh,
with
buddy.
you, House Freyas is gonna burn!
I like how the super peaceful Alderaan music is playing in the background. So he's kind of killing me, so I'm going to try and use some of my defensive abilities.
Oh yeah!
He's probably killing me because my poor companion is trying to deal with all these people in the background here. Cool, main guy is dead, so now we can take care of the little guys.
How could you let this happen?
But which one's the little one? Okay, cool. That wasn't too bad. I was a bit worried. Return to the lady on Alderaan. Swtorista, what are your favorite classes and specs? My favorite class to play is the Vanguard tank. I tried out Concealment Operative the other day though, to learn from scratch, and I really enjoyed it. Probably apart from my Vanguard, the ones I play the most are the Shadow tank and Assassin tank. Where is this lady? Here she is. Heal, heal. I was trying to see if I could do it without heroic moment.
Claw is dead.
I knew it might come to that. But I fear my son may have already died. The day he became Claw. All of your work is greatly appreciated. Good day to you.
I've been getting into a better habit of using heroic moments since I've been trying to solo Red Reaper. Echo said, wouldn't it be better to use that token to create a class like a tank or a healer for guild activities? Yeah, that's a great way to use your token. That's actually how I used my first token, was to help somebody else, because I didn't have whatever it is that we needed at the time. How many expansions do you have access to when you're preferred? Yeah, so I think someone actually explained it to you in chat, but just so it's 100% clear, it depends when the last time you subscribed to the game is. So you might have anywhere between 0 and 5 expansions, depending on when you last subbed. And then the next time you sub, you'll unlock them all permanently. Noah says, my phone died while I was watching. It makes me sad. Now my phone is charging and I'm watching again. My phone actually almost died too. That's how I'm watching chat. Is this channel sponsored by Bioware or something? Nope. I just really like SWTOR. I wish they would sponsor me. That would be cool. I don't know if they do anything like that though. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but they actually invited me to the EA Game Changers program, which is the EA like influencers program. But it was specifically for squadrons. They repeated like 3 times that had nothing to do with SWTOR, and I was like, okay. Alright. I did get to try out squadrons though, and that was very cool. I liked that a lot. Which side do you play more? I used to mostly only play Republic side, but I've been on Empire a lot lately, mostly because I've been trying the things that I didn't try before. Someone random. Bye, have a good day. What are your goals for this event? I wanted to see the differences between the last time I played it. So I think everything seems to be working. That was something else I was testing. It wasn't quite working last time I tried it, but we were able to do a single weekly, I think. Oh, I was curious if I could do these multiple of these weeklies per week. So I'm gonna buy the Drum and Cost one.
Come back, you might learn something.
I wasn't sure if I'd be allowed to do it or not though. I'm reading. Oh, I see, it's a joke. So I'm reading the contract, and at 10 seconds in, I skim the contract. Like, I give up on it. Instead of sitting there for the whole, like, 300-second contract. Alright. So I was able to... Sorry, unlock the Drum and Cost weekly, but I see the terminal didn't light up, so I think you can maybe do one weekly per day. So I'd probably have to come back and check again, because somewhere down the line they changed it. It was like a few years ago, and I wasn't 100% sure how it works now, so that seems to be what it does now. Ah, Janesh, I see. You're asking, is this channel sponsored by Bioware? No, yeah. So, they were nice enough to feature me on the launcher. Basically, it was because I was doing something kind of similar to what I'm doing right now. I was on Twitch, and I was doing it for like a few days in a row, where in the morning I was just doing pure Q&A streams for anyone coming in through Steam, and the community leader, the developer, asked if I wanted to be featured, and I was like, heck yes, thanks. They do support their content creators, like the fan creators, a lot though, I would say. They can't really like pay us or anything, but they do like answer our questions, feature us on Twitter or on Swtor.com sometimes, or in the launcher. I don't know if you noticed, but there was also another content creator featured on the launcher. Her name is Sam, and she made a guide about the Swoop event while it was running. She was featured, which is super cool. Okay, so I think I've done the bounty event. So the bounty events, you can do basically 2 bounties a day. If I wanted, I could go do it on some more characters, but I think that's going to be it for today. I think what I'm going to do is try and see if I can catch up with some of those questions in chat, because I've been doing a horrible job with that. And then I'm going to go take a break for the day, because I'm actually already over the limit of how long I wanted to play today. Yeah, Dan's the guy I'm talking about, yeah, who featured me. Thank you, Ice Money. Right, by the way, so if you wanted to watch more streams, YouTube's probably going to be really sporadic as I figure out what I want to do, but in the morning, every morning of weekdays, I stream on twitch.tv/Swtorista at 8 AM California time. Oh, you need to get the Kingpin, Predator, Jawface. Jawface, I was also not lucky. I didn't get the Rodian Companion either. I kind of gave up on it. I spent like 60 million credits, I think. Hey, welcome back to the game, Alex. Swtorista, what should I be? Race should I be for my Sith Inquisitor? Man, that's the most fun class to pick your race for. I don't know what you know about the Sith Inquisitor story, but you have some heritage in that story, and we don't know their race, so it's real fun to pick what you want to be. Whatever you want is the answer. Ah, Mahir says, thank you for your videos. It helps me a lot. You're welcome. I don't know why we're talking about tacos, but I'm starting to get hungry for dinner now. So is there still PvP specs? Like when I quit, Madness for Sorcerer was only for PvP, I guess, and no one used it for PvE. Ah, it's a really good question to the point. So the answer is, if you're playing just the basic game, like the class stories, like you're kind of playing solo, or you're playing very basic stuff like story mode operations or story mode flashpoints, every spec is currently viable. There's none that people are saying like, you can't even complete the content. Some are a little harder than others, but all are viable. In terms of like, there's definitely specs people favor in PvP, but I don't think I've ever heard in the last few years people saying this is a PvP spec or a PvE spec. It's very much, this is a burst damage spec, or this is a damage over time spec, and the classes really seem to fit into one of two of those two categories, and that's it. Do you have Instagram? No. Do you ever get into or experience world PvP battles? So there's no, if you're asking because you've never tried this game yet, there's no capture the flag or anything like that in the game. The game is not set up well for large battles. Like, it becomes kind of a slideshow, very laggy. But back in the day, my guild was super into doing large scale battles. Like, there's no objective, just like try and kill people and push them back, you know, like with your team, with your faction. But they're quite fun if you can ever get into them. They just don't happen very often. Like, they're usually organized events. Oh, I see the taco talk where it came from. If you had to eat tacos today, where would you buy them? I live in California, so I could just like walk 10 feet in either direction and I would find tacos for sale. Sean Patrick asked earlier, for endgame DPS in operations for Vanguard, would you go tactics or plasma? I actually haven't really given a solid go at the either DPS class. I really like the tank so much. When I want to do DPS, I actually switch over to like a different character. Ah, Zarin says, I finished the story for Bounty Hunter and ran Innovative Ordnance, which is what I'm running right now. And do you have the concussion missile? It's your stun. Yeah, I just learned what everything was today. Before I was just button mashing. Tanesh asks, I wonder if everyone else's general chat when they play is blurst. I'm not even sure I'd say it was blurst. I would just say it was cursed. But yeah, general chat tends to be the place where people chat who don't have actual friends to chat or can't make friends. So it's kind of the conversation is not always the best. Are you solo or group player? And which do you recommend the most? So it's kind of a weird answer. My favorite type of content is group content, but I would say I play solo far more than I do group content. I used to do like operation progression every night. I kind of had to dial down on schedule activities just because real life stuff. But I really like the group stuff in this game, though I play more solo just because I find it a little less stressful. But the group content is by far the most fun. It's a really great way to meet and socialize with other people. Like operations are by far my favorite thing in the entire game. And do I recommend either? I recommend both. Like, if you can, definitely try out some group content. It can be really fun, but you don't have to focus on one or the other. It's not a zero-sum game. Like, if you're playing 2 nights a week, you could happily play one group content and then the other night go run around doing your class story. Ah, thank you, Zarenteo. Ah, thank you, Bulky. Please stream on YouTube more often. I've been playing on and off for 8 years or so. Thanks for all your works and vids. Awesome. Okay, so I think I missed a lot of it earlier, but a lot of you said that it was featured on your homepage, right? So you went to YouTube and it was there, and then I think those of you who are subscribed to this channel, and then you also have the little bell icon, like you have notifications on. So if you guys want to know when I'm streaming for sure on YouTube, turn the little bell on. Like I said, I don't know how often I'll be doing it, maybe like once a week or so, but every morning I'll be on Twitch for the weekdays, except for possibly this week where I'm going away for a bit. Remy said, for soloing Master Mode Red Reaper, which is really fun, do you prefer Shadow Assassin or Operative Scoundrel? So I did not give Shadow and Assassin a proper try yet, because I was trying it on a tank, which I do not recommend. But I really had a lot of fun doing it on my Operative Concealment. Though another player said they actually really liked doing it on their Assassin, and that was actually their preferred one. Dark says, I'm going through the game for the first time with my friend. Welcome! Is there anything we should not miss aside from side quests and exploration quests? Oh, okay. So I'm gonna link you to different things. Swtorista friend? So I'm hoping you probably don't need this yet. I'm linking a video that says how to play with a friend, and it's you've probably gotten past the first few minutes, but just so you know everything you can do together. And whether you should miss anything or not. I don't have a list of every quest in the game. I would really like one, but I don't have one. But here's the story order, so you can see where to start every storyline. Hey John Doe, hi from California. What is friend? Yes, I've heard this a lot about this video, like it still cracks me up every time. Ken says, your videos are helping me a lot and I'm subscribed. The notification bell is on. It sends me an email saying you're on. Oh, that's cool. Thank you very much, Ken. This, like I said, is the first time I've streamed to YouTube, so still learning exactly how it works. Oh, Dark. Dark, so I said, one, the link in chat that says friend, that'll make sure it lists everything you guys can do together as a group. And the second one is called Story, and that links every storyline. But I do not have a list of every single story quest in the game. I would really like one. How do you balance doing group content while leveling class story without ending up in a completely different place than your friends? Oh yeah, that's so difficult. I've totally had that happen before, where like you and a friend will start leveling together, and then your friend's like busy that day and you're like, I still want to play, and you go and do something and you're in totally different spots. The best remedy I found for that was to have a character exclusively to do with a friend. In this case it was Mr. Swtorista, and we only leveled those characters together, and then I had my main character where I could actually go play them at whatever pace I wanted. Otherwise you just kind of have to deal with it. Don't do the story quests and go do side stuff instead. If you're not the same level, it honestly doesn't really affect too much. It's not really a problem. Let's say you're level like 65 and your friend's still level 12 and you just want to go back and do the level 12 quests with them. As long as you didn't complete them without your friend, it's fine. Like, you can go back and do them together without an issue. Bob likes eggs. Returning beta tester. I must say your Satori Academy is a great refresher. Hey, welcome back, Bob Likes Eggs. Thanks for being a beta tester. Yes, Starforge is the most populated right now. Alex asked a good question. As a solo player who focuses on story, are there any free-to-play limits I care about? So, I tested out 50 hours of playing on a free-to-play account, specifically doing the story, and I honestly found the least amount of restrictions were for playing the story. The biggest one you're going to reach is the credit cap, which can be annoying, but lots of workarounds for it. I'm going to be linking you something in chat that has an actual list of restrictions, and then once you reach level 60, you'll be stopped, and once you finish the second expansion story, you'll be stopped. At that point, you need to decide if you've played like 400 hours of game, if you're willing to subscribe or not. Bulky says, oh, Bulky, that was from earlier. Thanks again, though. I bet your stronghold is full of Twi'lek dancers. No, because none of them are wearing heavy armor, so I don't like them. Noah asked, when I first get in the game and start playing, should I play a Sith Inquisitor or a Sith Warrior? I don't know. Do you want to use Force Lightning? Or do you want to use lightsabers like the Sith Warrior? Saranteo, can't you invite a group with a friend and reset the phase? It's kind of tricky. Like, some stuff works and some stuff doesn't. Artifact authorization. I actually didn't find that, Ken, to be that much of an issue till you reached a high level. As I was leveling my character, I got to about level 50, and I think I got a total of, even with doing, like, having done, like, 10 flashpoints, I only got, like, 1 piece of purple gear for each flashpoint, and I didn't even find any while playing the story, so I just, like, sold those to a vendor and carried on with my life. Do you stream on Twitch? Yes, I wasn't doing it very consistently until the last month or so, which is why it wasn't really linked anywhere. But I'm streaming every morning at 8 AM PDT, 8 AM California time, on weekdays on twitch.tv/Swtorista. Yeah, so I'll link it one more time, the free restrictions. The only NPCs people should put in their stronghold is Jawas. Oh, lagbait. I have the same problem. Sometimes I try to intuit my way. What is going on? Wow. Those legs. Legs everywhere. I saw those. It's nice player. Friendly bathwater buyer is taking advantage of a funny little glitch that can do all kinds of silly stuff with it. I don't remember how you activate it. I know all kinds of emotes work for it though. Do you know when the Light versus Dark event will come back? Yes, so Darth Hexed you can actually get right now by doing 40 group activities through the group finder. Darth Ranos, or Master Ranos, so the developer said that people didn't seem to enjoy the grind of Dark vs. Light, they just mostly wanted the rewards, so they're trying to think of a way to bring the event back that players actually want to play it, you know? Rather than just feeling like they have to grind their way through it. I felt the same. I super enjoyed the event. This is what I was talking about. All kinds of fun glitches you can activate. I super enjoyed the event, but I did feel pressure to complete it on time. Mad Mercs asked, is lethality op still a good DPS option? I haven't played in a couple patches. I can't tell you in terms of like top tier endgame content, but I have heard that lethality is still good for like multi-enemy content. Like people were actually recommending I play lethality when I was leveling my operative because you can mow through enemies with all your different AoE dots and stuff like that. But they have talked about Dark vs. Light. They're just not sure a good way to bring There's some freaky stuff going on down there. Don't drink the bathwater, guys. Don't buy it. Swtorista, what do you think about having Steam sell SWTOR, like bringing types of players that you can tell in general chat? So I don't really, so I'm super happy they're selling it on Steam because there's lots of players out there who weren't able to subscribe to the game for like country restrictions. So Steam opens that up to a lot of players with Steam Wallet and different country credit cards, so that's cool. What type of players is it bringing? I actually haven't seen anything like too out of the norm. The biggest difference I've seen is more players asking newbie questions, and to be honest, that's so much better than the normal type of stuff that we see in general chat, so I'm totally okay with that. Concealment though is banging. Like concealment is you can drop things like it's hot. Like you will kill things so fast using operative concealment. And yeah. I'm sorry, cracking about the player who's using the fun glitches. Dark asked, if I play SWTOR on Steam, am I separate from everyone else? No. Not at all. Once you actually manage to log into the game, you're playing the exact same game as everyone else. The only thing that's really separate is the launcher. Ah, Ken says, I've been gone for 2 years trying to figure out all the new content. Yeah, there's so much. Shingara says, I've noticed general chat is a lot tamer since it's gone to Steam. I think moderators are back in chat. Ooh, that's a good theory, because the last few years I've honestly felt like there's no moderators, and it makes me quite angry, because some of the stuff that I see in chat is not what I want people to be experiencing when they come into the game. Like, it's like some really gnarly stuff. Like, what the hell? Like, why is this just allowed to be posted? So I think there's a very good possibility you're right. I don't know. My theory was that it was getting drowned out by just normal questions. Like, all the weird people don't have time to post because they're like, ugh, people are already chatting in here. That doesn't actually make sense though. Hey, Strass! Nice to see you. Hi! John Doe left a comment in chat about what they're seeing, and that about sums it up. But like on the, I've been seeing, like I said, it's all of that, plus, especially in the starter worlds, just a ton more actual, like, people asking questions and answering, which I actually like seeing a lot more. I like seeing people talk about the game. Lou said, want to say huge thanks. I picked up the game a few days ago and your videos have really helped clear stuff up and made the experience way more enjoyable. Oh, you're very welcome. Shingara says, it's still rowdy, but nothing compared to, say, this time last year. Yeah, I feel the same way. Yeah, as a veteran player, I just kind of ignore general chat, but it kind of like worries me that someone's like, wow, Star Wars game, you can play with other people, and then they're like, these are the other people I'm supposed to be playing with? Oh god. You know, like, it's not a good first experience. When will the Malgus story continue? So the next big story update is coming in the holidays. It's going to be called 6.2. It's going to be called, I think it's called Echoes of Vengeance, and we'll continue with Kira, Scourge, and Satil. And I assume we'll have some more Malgus. We don't actually know. There's also going to be a new Mandalorian-focused Flashpoint and some new Mando story, which is cool. Janess, I thought my character was dying until I watched your video on effects of dark side points on your character. Oh, that would be so nasty if you didn't know what was going on. Your character is just getting more disgusting every day you play it. Is the current— oh, Logan says, is the current nightlife event the only realistic way to get a lot of the cartel market certifications? My friends and I have been leveling up our rep with the Underworld Exchange, so I'd like some advice. As far as I can tell, so what used to be is that they drop from the old cartel packs when the old cartel packs were a little more focused, but they don't drop from the new ones. So basically the Narsha Nightlife event's the only way to get them. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Mando story. That's cool. I like seeing everyone come online after The Mandalorian. I guess we'll see how Season 2 is. Does anyone know when Season 2 Mandalorian is coming out? I have no idea. Boom Baby asked, what's the best flashpoint to farm until I hit 306 gear rating, so endgame gearing? So I super don't recommend grinding in general because it'll burn you out from the game, but if you're close and you wanted to just gain some more gear, the one I recommend is to stealth Master Mode Red Reaper. And if that one's giving you grief, the other one I found was pretty good, was stealthing Hammer Station. It was pretty good too. Or of course doing those with a group not in stealth. Ah, Straswa, you need to watch Mandalorian? I wish I could send you a DVD or something then. Ah, Andrew finished your counselor and bounty hunter. Nice! Ah, and you were able to show someone the videos to recommend them. Thank you. And I hope that helped. So sometime in October is Mando Season 2. Awesome! Which crew seal do you need to deconstruct stuff? Okay, so I've had a lot of questions about this. So if you're level 75 and you're earning level 75 gear, the gear that you don't need, you deconstruct it. But I've been hearing you need a crew skill, like a crafting skill, to deconstruct it. But I already have crew skill on all of my characters, and I have no way to test it, like, which one you need. As far as I understand, you can use any of the crafting skills, so like biochem, armor mech, arms tech, synth weaving. I think the other ones don't work though, like the gathering ones. But I don't think you need a specific one, but I can't tell you for sure. Have you ever played Star Wars Galaxies? No, sadly. Actually, I played for like 10 minutes. Back in the day, I found the CD case for it at a garage sale or a thrift store or something. I installed it. It took like 3 days to install because I didn't know it was like an online game. And then I logged in and it was too confusing. I didn't understand what was going on. And then I never played it again. I really regret this. I wish I could have played a little more while it was active. How did you make your character dance? You can type /dance in the game. I'm using a specific emote called /salsa, like salsa dancing. Do you think they'll add any more playable races to the game? To be honest, I think they hit the big three that people wanted. Cathar, because we'd seen them in Knights of the Old Republic. Nautilans were a really big fan favorite, and Togruta because of Ahsoka. I think they've really hit the ones that people want that they can add. I've seen like Wookiee come up and stuff like that, but Wookiees, they just can't easily add them because of the height issue. And like Rhodians, they can't add easily because of the faces are so different. Oh, Moot says, I have only gathering skills and I can deconstruct items. Okay, nice. Thank you. Makes it easy. Trig, can I ask, when you deconstruct gear with your gathering skills to get tech frags, do you also get the Jawa scrap? I'm guessing yes. Yeah, I think they could give you a Wookiee and just have it Wookiee voice. That's thank you, Bathwater. But I think the problem is that, like, what happens when your character needs to go look somebody in the eye or go kiss them? Your Wookiee's gonna be kissing like 10 feet of air. And what about, like, half the time your poor Wookiee's head's gonna be cut off because the framing of the scene is gonna be for like 2 feet lower. Same thing with Jawas. They wouldn't even be in half the shots. They'd be too short. Will they ever make it so Nautilans can wear helmets? I don't think so. I wish they would though. At least we got some stuff like eye patches, so that was cool. Kalish would have the same problem, the moving lips type of thing. Spice running DLC when? Yeah, do it! I want it for the next event. Question, how do you find out which guild to join? How do you find out? That depends on a lot of questions that you kind of have to ask yourself, but where can you look for a guild? Here's an awesome place to look for guilds. It'll help you sort through them. What's the big server now? I've always been on Satele Shan. So Satele Shan's not bad at all. Starforge seems to be the bigger one between the two North American servers, but if you're on Satele Shan, like, don't stress about switching out or anything. Like, just stay there, you're fine. Voss would be a decent one to add, yeah. I think Voss are a bit taller. They'd have to be, like, human-sized. So Straswa asked, oh yes, are you going to play Javik again? So I'd love to ask you guys your opinions. So I have a series called The Wonder of Sotor where I was playing Javik, the Black Kitty Sith Inquisitor Cathar character, and I stopped around level 50. I had to stop playing due to stuff in my real life, but things are slowing down now. Would you guys be interested if I live streamed the continuation of that? Because I don't think I would be interested in sitting down and recording by myself. So the upside was we continue Javik, the downside was it would be live streamed, so I'd kind of have to stop and talk to chat a little more than I would when I was playing by myself. Do I have a guild? Yes, I'm in Remnants of Hope. you'll want to look them up and see if it's a good fit for you, because it's not like an open invite guild. How would Rhodians kiss? So Trig's like yes. Strasva says I love the series. I just don't know if you would still love the series if I live streamed it. It'd be quite different. Joshua says stream would be cool. Strasva says yes, would watch a stream. They could put the Jawas on a stepladder for cutscenes. Daith says stream. Yeah, cool. Yeah, it could be a stream. It'll just be like you could watch it later. It'll be recorded. I just won't be editing it or anything like that. Just kind of throw whatever we got during the live stream. Q Faction points out I haven't read the lore object right beside me. Ooh, lag bait. Gotta go spend your tech fragments. Yeah, lag bait's making fun of me. Would you even be able to play the story with 2 hours and only getting... I got 2 bounties done, excuse me. They're probably... We'd have to not do Q&A session if we did that stream. Maybe I'll do a few Q&A streams to get them out of the way and everyone can say hi, and then we can actually stream Javik instead. Just give us some notice, says Frog Raider. Yeah, it would be, I was thinking it'd be like in the afternoons, like around the same time this started. It seemed like there seemed to be a lot of people who were able to make it online at this time. And then if you missed it, you can always watch it later too. Maybe on Mondays. Mondays at like... it'd be like 3 hours before now. Dang, this is a long stream, sorry. I was not expecting to go this long. Do you know of any good RP guilds that aren't surrounded by a lot of drama? LOL! As far as I understand, RP guilds equal drama. So I can't really give you any suggestions, sorry. Yeah. Sometimes in good ways. Just because in roleplay guilds, the main activity you do is talking to other players. You don't always have that barrier of the actual content between you. So just because you're spending so much time actually talking to each other, drama seems like pretty much inevitable. Like it's impossible, I think. John Doe, yeah, I don't really plan to face cam. I've recorded a few videos live in person about like making that awesome Datacron. I've shared a few photos, but I don't really, I don't know, I just want to talk to people about gaming. That's all I really want to do. Playable huts. Alright, Javik, yes. Got it. Got your vote, Goldie. Okay, I'll figure it out and I'll share it on the YouTube community thingy? The thingy that lets you make posts and it sends it to people. Or maybe I'll make a video. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll make sure the word gets out to you guys so you have plenty of notice to know when to join in. But I'll say it now. It's probably going to be Mondays at 3 p.m. PDT. And I don't even know how to link it, but it'll be whatever. However you got here in the first place, it'll be the same way. Thank you, Strasva. I like this armor a lot. We decided to give her some Mandalorian armor after we got to the part in the story where you got to talk to Mandalore. What are guilds? Guilds are player-run communities in-game that you can join. They have some... I see you inching up with your guys' speeders. What are you guys up to? Got some banana boat going on right here. I'm being smashed. And in short, they're communities. So for big giant guilds that don't have a lot of interaction, you get things like some bonuses, some buffs, you get a guild chat, you get this and that. And then for other guilds, it's about like creating an actual environment where you can talk and meet people, make friends, find groups to do group content, shared interests kind of thing. Hey, Wiki Rage! Wiki Rage! Thank you very much. Nice to see you too. Okay, I think I'm gonna be winding things up because I'm getting quite tired from the longest Q&A session I've ever done. Thank you guys so much for joining me for the stream. I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for coming in. For those of you who are longtime watchers, it's really nice to see you live. I know we don't really get to do this often, so it's really cool. Nice. I know we're not meeting in person, but it's nice to see you. Nice to see so many familiar names and faces. And for those of you who are new, either to the channel or to the game, welcome. I hope you got some questions answered. I know chat was moving a little faster than I could answer, but have a great day. Have fun. Have a good one. See you guys later. Bye. Bye. Have a good day. Best Star was an inside job. Bye. I'm gonna end it now. Bye.